was the strongest team in Brazil for a long time running, but when it came to that last qualifier, all of a sudden it's MIBR out on top. It's them winning in a best-of-5 LAN final. And it's again here at GCC, peaking.
Oh, thanks for the 6 months.
And looking their best.
Yeah, and this team talks a lot
Bear
about
with me
how
1 second.
momentum-based they are, how once that energy gets rolling, like you're saying, they
here.
just keep it going. They channel it so well. But I think yesterday proved that even when they hit stumbles, map 1, they were tested quite a few times. They lost eco rounds, they lost some clutches, but they stayed in it. They kept the momentum up, and that actually gives me a lot of confidence in this team today, that even if they lose the map, lose some bad rounds to Shopify, they can bounce back and channel that energy again.
Okay, we got our grand final, obviously. MIBR
she did yesterday. I mean, this is a team
versus
SRN and
SR
Jelly, they were the absolute stars,
for
but the IGL yesterday,
all the marbles.
Bind, was playing out of her freaking mind, Mimi.
It was unreal.
This
and
is
map 1
just Illuminate, thanks for the 19 months.
For most of that by Mimi. Mimi was calling kind of a masterclass, but second half rolls around and she steps up big
cats,
time.
It looks like there.
Jelly even has her biggest
Jelly
fans.
to win now. I want
Shout out the cats.
That's swayed me. I was like 51.
We got kids, Shopify Rebellion
Polaroid of the cats too.
Yeah,
against Tropicals,
So
MIBR.
you're talking like Shopify don't have cats.
Kid, you said you'd
Mel,
give the
I've met
VIP
Mel's
to
two cats.
Smee.
One is a kitten. They're both incredibly cute. And
I think.
Do you see the plushie? She
My
has
hair's
a big
looking
ass
very
front
not
of her
ginger
two
today.
cats.
Probably the
This is
lighting,
why
to
I'm
be
so
honest, because when this
divided,
light
I'm
is
so
on,
divided. But one
I think it
thing
makes
that
it
we
look
know
more-
for sure, though, is this
more kinda-
clean
everything's
run
kind of a
from
bit
Shopify.
grayed out.
Last year, you know, they dropped a map. So this year, what did they do, Christy? They didn't drop any maps.
it's
even
impossible for
better than
anyone in the
last year.
Pickens group to pass
What's
me.
insane to me
Wow, well
is
done,
that
folks.
this team has only played 6 games here in GCC.
It's insane.
Hello, everyone.
13, more than double the amount of games, but it just goes
I forgot to
show
fill up my
how
water. I might do that
clean
now.
Shopify have looked.
And also
Just also
Shopify now,
Wayne.
because of that clean
Although I
run,
could do the
they've earned
map
a double
veto
ban.
now. So let's start with that and then I'll go fill up my water. Right. So Shopify have a double ban. So one would assume they're going to ban Split, which is what they tend to ban. And they're going to ban Bind. What would be their first pick against MIBR? See, MIBR have struggled on Split. That is the interesting thing. Their struggles have been on... See, this is the thing. Like, if you look at MIBR's run, this is why it could be a bit tricky here. Maybe their Pearl is a bit weak. They win Sunset dominant. Their Bind is amazing. They lose on Split Sunset, but you're banning Split. Right? They lose on Sunset. Keep that in mind. But then they win Ascent 13-0 and win a Sunset 13-3. They lose on Split again, so clearly that's the one map that they aren't that good at, but you're banning it. Play Bind, play Sunset, win convincingly. Then you win on Abyss, Bind, and Sunset. So we know the Bind is gone. See, they won 13-1 on Sunset. It was not close whatsoever. I think Pearl will be their first choice. Personally. Then I think... I mean, they've got to be feeling good about their Sunset. They just won 13-1. MIBR pick Sunset. Which I don't think has been SR's best map, to be honest. I think it's been a map where they have looked a little shaky at times. Then you've got, what, Abyss, Haven. Then I think they want to play Haven, because SR are pretty good at Haven. Then you've got, what, Ascent. Yeah, you'll play Ascent. And last, we'll play
Valorant.
Abyss. That's what I'm going to go for. That's going to be my map
She's gonna be able
veto
to lift
guess.
And last year was absolute heartbreak for her, having COVID, playing in
Tickle! Thanks for the 8 months.
especially after the failure
Yes, I
in
quite
Berlin
like
the
Valorant
first time.
too.
You saw it, the immediate
Me and Kid
elation,
played in a
and
game
then she
yesterday that was
starts
very
crying
interesting.
because she couldn't lift it with them. She couldn't be there in front of the crowd, and she's talked about it. It
Okay,
didn't
hold
feel
on.
the
I will
same.
be back
Obviously,
in
you're
a
excited
moment.
to win,
Just to fill
but
up my
not
water.
getting to do it with your best friends, with the team you have played with for so long, it's different. So winning today would mean so much to Mel, and I imagine the team is going to step up to give her that moment.
It's a huge different, like, I don't know, so many different emotions going into it as well, because it's about lifting the trophy, but it's also about coming back here to Berlin, right? The first GCC ever, Cloud9 White were expected to dominate the entire event and win absolutely everything, and they faltered. But after that, that was the motivation that they took to then come back and win it last year. So having that full circle moment to right both those wrongs has to mean so much for the team.
Yeah, and there's potentially something else that could mean a lot to these players as well, because following today's grand final celebration, we will be giving out the Most Valuable Player Award. We've got 2 front runners right now, and this is how Fluorescent and SRN have compared to the other desk MVPs we've given previous years. Of course, you'll remember Mary coming in hot with an amazing performance. It's Floor last year as well. And looking at these statistics between Floor this year and SRN, we're set up to have maybe one of the closest MVP, I guess, award choices we've ever had.
Yeah, and this is, of course, looking at the entire event, not just their results today, but I mean, look at the ACS, over 300 on both the players, a 2.1 KD on Fluorescent as well. Even looking compared to the previous years, it goes to show how dominant those 2 players have been in server so far this event.
I also think it's interesting to see the contrast. This is almost all Neon for Floor. It's almost all the Rays for SRN. They're both having such incredible output for their respective teams, but I think doing it in a very different way. SRN is the superstar. Shopify is a team that has other players that are stepping up, rising to the occasion too. But later in this tournament, we've seen that as well from Team Liquid, from MIBR.
That's the one, yep.
That's a
honestly,
Soul
like,
Red
what
Mike 3
blows
times.
my
True.
mind, in a way, is like how good SRN is, not just at shooting, because obviously she's killing absolutely everybody, but really it's her utility. Like the amount of nade kills she was getting yesterday, the way she was outplaying
My
Res
headphones are all
Q's
tangled
Raze
up,
to
not ideal.
get the 1v1 with the Raze rocket ults. Like she is just so locked in on the Raze character to crush you with those moves.
I actually think this could be pretty close, to be honest. Last year was 3-2 to SR. I wouldn't be shocked if we got a similar sort of
I can't really think of many rounds outside of anti-ego
sort of thing.
SRN is overheating. She does a really good job.
So the one day I'm
speeding
away
up
and
and
can't
taking
cast
the
any
time she
games,
has,
TMV
but
plays
also
Throw
slowing down.
City.
You have such a potent
Well, I mean,
duo
the stream
between
ended in
her
a
and
funny way
Jelly,
yesterday.
but
I
I
wanted
think
to play Throw City and then my
there is a
internet died.
Clear winner. If we just ended the tournament today, didn't play
Can't
a
wait
final,
for MIBR to
Floor
win.
would have to
Gonna
lock
be a
that in
close
from
Why does it read it as me?
Also hope you're feeling better with your coughing, man.
The cough is fun. Like, I'm not ill. I don't feel ill at all. It's just from when I was ill. I've kind of just got a cough that's persisted since. But I don't feel ill at all. I feel absolutely fine.
The players were looking at it, and I was kind of chatting
I just
with them,
cough every
being
so
like, "Oh, look, the bracer looks so sick."
What do I think is the
SRN
best
to me,
sport?
very little
Depends on
emotion,
what
just
you
went,
mean.
That's mine.
I'm a bit biased.
That's so sick.
The best organization of sport, I think, is the NFL in terms of a product to watch. I think the NFL is the best product to watch. I think in terms of a sport to play, I would say football is the best sport to play. Because of its simplicity. That makes it the best sport. After football, I don't really know, to be honest. I wouldn't really have an opinion. Because most sport, I think, just like the reason that football is so popular is because it's just so, it's the right level of difficult, right? And is also the easiest to set up. You don't need anything. There's so much you can do with just a ball. As soon as you have a ball, you can kind of do so much, right? Whether it's just kicking against a wall, which sounds boring, but it's not. You know, you get 2 people and, you know, you play Wally or whatever, you know, pretty fun. So what you're saying is you like balls.
Like for 4 years now, something
That
like
depends.
By the way, they've played every Game Changers event in NA, every global Game Changers event, the first ever GC event before it was a global thing, when it was just
Like, if you're
NA,
wondering why
they won
football
that one.
kind of
I think that
became a
is the
global
duo.
sport
And then you
before anything
contrast
else
that to
really took off
MIBR,
worldwide,
who is
it's
all
because
players who
it's
have never made it to
the
an international
simplest
event
sport.
before, who is a team that no one
You know,
had won a
you get
regional
a
event
ball
before they went and won it to
and
qualify.
a bunch of
This is
people
very much the
and a
new
couple of
generation
rocks,
of GC
and you can
players.
play a
The players
football
who are
game.
probably watching Mel and Alexi really win that trophy 3 years ago, got inspired, and are now going out here and doing it themselves.
It's a great final no matter what way you look at it, and it's time to get the results of our MasterCard fan poll. Earlier, we asked you which team is going to win it all, and I guess North America is awake, but Brazil isn't just yet. Is that how wide the
Brazil
polls?
wakes up earlier than North America.
Oh, I don't know anything about.
They're further
time
than the East
differences.
Coast.
I
Probably
don't know
watching
idea.
the Brazilian stream.
Valorant.
Yeah.
Then thanks for the 23 months.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that
Okay,
is a
now
reasonable
worst sport. The
preference.
worst
I think
sport,
80%
I
is a
agree
little
with
crazy,
Kid.
but
I think the
Shopify
worst
is
sport
the
is golf.
favorite. They have a map fan advantage. They've been on fire all tournament. Like,
Well,
it
what do you
feels
mean?
like they're
To watch,
chance
it
to go
has
back
to be golf.
Even with the
I
time
don't
prediction,
understand
it's the
why
same way
people
as
watch
fans, it
golf.
feels like, you know, we
I genuinely have no idea why. To play golf, whatever, right? Cool, sure, whatever. To watch golf, I have literally no idea why anyone gives a shit. Legit, no idea.
If that's not, you know, the
if the
proper, I
world
don't know what
champion's
is.
dreams are real,
I
and
don't
she's
get it,
that
because, like,
prophetic,
of all the... Because, like,
I'm
golf...
Yeah, I mean,
They always
we'll
put it
find out,
on,
we'll
like, the
find out,
main
and I wanna
sports
see you
channel, so there
actually
must
go
be a
up
decent
against
amount of people
Christine
watching
and
it,
try
but...
and, prove her wrong. But
I always think, why?
before that,
I'd lose.
Fluorescent is on her way to achieve true GOAT status. If she is able to manage back-to-back titles today, I don't think it's going to be even disputable who is the greatest player of all time when it comes to Valorant game changers. And this is what she had to say about today's matchup in this.
To have noise in the background? That's what you put a test match on for. But... That's the thing, you can watch a test match and, like, something interesting happens every so
It
often.
didn't feel like a 2-0 at all. They're a good team because they play together pretty well. I don't know if I'd say complex or, like, diverse, but they definitely play different. Like, there's a lot of, like, weird comps that you'll see or weird strats, but they just don't really play to the norm. Our matches have been definitely closer because the first 2 series last year were kind of like complete sweeps, but this year, even since the first match, we've had to really bring everything that we have. It just felt intense and close. I liked it.
It's a fake. She gets up off of it. Noise looking for the right time to emerge here. Floor. Oh my goodness, she attracts a lot of attention. And that's maybe falling.
They've had a really good run, especially
You
coming
don't
from the lower
enjoy
brackets
someone
so early
standing
against
for
G2.
30 seconds
But
thinking of
the
their
same thing
best
happened
move
last
to
year
make
with
the
Liquid.
ball land
Yeah,
in the
this
whole thing.
storyline feels
You
a
don't
little-
love watching
little
old
too good to
people
be true.
flexing
I
their
think Jelly's
age
really
with their
good.
ball
I love watching her
trajectory
play, like,
skills.
any sort of flex
For shame.
agent, especially the Gecko. She just throws all her util and just starts destroying everyone.
Oh, when the match
MIBR,
start?
I'm
Couple
excited
minutes.
to play against you guys. I don't think you guys have seen my full potential yet, and I'm really excited to show it.
How hard is it really to make history? Maybe winning back-to-back championships, or perhaps becoming the first team from
What's this
your
music?
region to lift a global trophy. In
Huh?
case you didn't realize, it is not
Louder, Raisha?
exactly easy.
Hello?
There is, however,
Hello?
a huge opportunity today.
Aspas?
No matter what happens, both
Sassy!
Shopify Rebellion and MIBR have a
Sadak?
chance to make history. Shopify have proven time and time again they're not just contenders.
Maybe they meant Game
but
Changers trophy, but
conquerors of game changers who have what it takes to be
Brazil
the first
erasure.
to win not 1 but 2 GC Champs titles. 1 trophy alone is a luxury, and that is something Brazilian GC have yet to experience. And it's
only
not
been
for a
2.
lack of trying. But that could all
Make as if this has been going on for like
if
20 years.
MIBR, the lower bracket demons, the fearless competitors, can overcome their hardest challenge yet. This is all you need to remember. For Shopify,
Why does
tonight
you sound like a
is
true
about
crime podcast?
solidifying
It does
a
feel
legacy.
like a welcome to
And
Crime
for
Watch.
MIBR, this is their chance to rewrite the narrative. Will it be a coronation or the dawn of a new era? We'll soon find out. So, without further ado, let's kick off the grand finals of Valorant Game Changers Championship 2024.
Yeah, that was a bit strange.
winning in 2023 champs. I had COVID. I was away from my team.
I'll watch this one
away
for
from
you.
my family,
I'll take the
away from the
demonetization. If
fans,
any of you want to
away
gift
from the
subs to make up for
noise.
it, I would appreciate it, but
I think a lot of my motivation comes from not having felt the true victory of standing on stage, lifting the trophy with my best friends.
I think
my
I'll win.
teammates, in
Mute
front of
it?
the crowd,
Okay, I'll mute it.
in front of
to be fair, you know what they're going to say. We want to win. And then MIBR are going to say, oh, here you go. You can read Sayori. You can't speak Portuguese, most of you, anyway. I assume that's what they're going to speak in this video. So you just be hearing a bunch of Portuguese. She wasn't there to lift the trophy. She had COVID. No, so she was in a room on her own, which was a bit sad. I think they have turned into a bit of a different team, to be honest. I do think that that is true. They have significantly leveled up, I think, as a team throughout this tournament. I speak Spanish, I get like 20%. I thought it'd be more than that, to be honest. Do you remember any team running Viper, Yoru on Ascent? Viper and Yoru together? No. I remember some Vipers, I remember some Yorus. Not both. Does listening really demonetize stream? Yeah, the music that they will use in this will 100% get the YouTube stream demonetized. Not the Twitch stream, but the VOD on YouTube, yes. 100%. And then the money all goes to whatever fucking company, you know, all goes to fucking Sony Music. And I would rather make the money. For a little bit of ambient music. Every other channel claimed your video first? What? Put some other music over this then? What? What, you want me to just play Taylor Swift? Put Meet Carlos music. You want me to sing? Meet Carlos the gamer, ba 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 ba, better be body dee da dee da da dee da to shine through in every game he plays.
Well, this championship trophy calls out once again for its reigning champions. After a flawless run, the Rebels with a cause have a chance to make history here today as your first back-to-back Game Changers champions. Without further ado, let's welcome them to the stage. It's your first, your upper bracket finalist, Shopify Rebellion!
This also might get me demonetized, but at least this one is, you know, a little better. And hopefully if I just keep kind of talking over it, maybe it won't. You know, maybe I'll be able to get away with it. Maybe I can confuse it. That's what I'm hoping to do. Because this definitely sounds good enough to get copyrighted. Maybe the crowd will... At least rap. Whoa, it's Shopify. Woo, we Shopify. Yeah. Yeah, Shopify. You know, the fucking corporate sponsor. Woo, I love corporate sponsors. I love fucking corporate sponsors. God, what a great sight. They should always do the coach first. Always do the coach first. Why can't you do the coach first? They need to learn. Da 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 da. MIBR. MIBR.
Having braved the lower bracket run,
MIBR.
forge their own path. and build their
music. Don't copyright me. Don't copyright me. Maybe if I mute it for there you go. I muted it for a second, so surely no copyright. Look who it is! Almost banned yesterday, but back for the 6 months today. Thank you so much, Dark OG. So close to getting banned yesterday. Stream buffering? Shouldn't be. Everything so far is so good. On my end, I think, at least. Your least loyal Brazilian fan has arrived. Why are you not loyal?
Both teams are fighting for the biggest and most important trophy in Game Changers. Shopify, they have tasted this victory already before MIBR. They are doing this for Brazil, for their region.
Split bind.
Do it against a double ban.
Oh.
Yeah, coming up against a hugely advanced
Sunset.
Shopify Rebellion who get to ban away
Haven.
Permaban and MIBR.
Oh no!
I kind of expected them to
Oh.
where most other regions have struggled against that deadlock cipher.
At least they get to finish on it. If they goes 5, that's going to look
Well,
really good
we
for
got
Shopify.
5.
I do think Pearl being first is Shopify sort of saying MIBR.
So close. Why? Why? I mean, I know why, because this is a pretty good map for SR, but why? Did you won 13-0? You won 13-0. Have some confidence. Oh, man. That's tough. Close spread. Are there no mods here? And did someone just put a ton on fucking 5 out of 7? Bread is rigged. Unlucky. Look, I just put 100k. Okay, Shulzy put 100k. So I'm going to time out Shulzy for an hour. Shulzy's gone for an hour. That's punishment.
Only locking in the single initiator with that Sky, which I think
get new mods. Well, CN, I want to be a mod.
Actually set SRN up for success, and also playing no
okay,
Sentinel.
Astra Killjoy.
Or excuse me, just playing with that Killjoy. There's not a lot of mid-round info with only one initiator.
I think this might have been SRN's worst map of the tournament. They went 17 and 18.
People banned.
Negative on the first time ever. Jelly and Sayuri actually completely dominated Giant X, but we're expecting SRN to show
Matt
up.
Pred.
I mean, you talk about the lack
Jesus, you just can't get the service these days.
0 assist, 18 kills.
I was in Canada Man's fucking thing before.
On Sky, if you're just gonna kill everybody, but it
Where's
sounds
Pearl?
like
There is no Pearl.
like,
Fuck.
MIBR, they have to make a
SR.
wave here on this map if they want to have a chance in this series. But it's
SR.
time to throw it
MIBR.
over to your casters, and who better to cast this grand final than the goats, pots, and pans?
Mod Tropical? No.
Thank you so much, and what a start things here in Berlin. The crowd is so ready for this one. Everyone excited for this matchup. Plenty to be said about these two. One defending their title, the other that Brazilian blood coming back in to try and reclaim that crown. Christine, pound for pound though, those thoughts, those feelings, where are you leaning in this? What's at the forefront of your mind here?
It's pretty simple for me, Lauren. I'm looking at both of the superstars
Here we go.
on both squads here. It's been all about Fluorescent, and it's certainly been all about SRN.
I'll wait till
MIBR side of things. They're both
I'll wait till the first kill
to
for the
open things
bread
up on this map. Jets get to have a lot of fun on Pearl, Lauren, as you know. So you can see all members of MIBR, they're looking to create a lot of pressure. And it's looking like we're going to get exactly what we want, SRN versus Fluorescent for this first contact.
Oh.
Well, that's a good start.
Made, isn't it? Good start, right back to business.
Okay, I'm ending the pred in 3, 2, 1.
Could be good, could be tragic. They do lose out on 1 for Shopify. Alexis goes down, but the numbers are very favorable, and it feels very
Sayori as well.
Yeah, at this point, MIBR, they've
So they're
just
trying to go for a bit of a
the turret
split.
also not giving them the information. I like that turret though. You can see that it's holding the deep street angle deep into that back halls, but both players kind of separating with
you should
Juve.
know about 2 players, so
on the table here.
2 out of 4. You know, here you don't want this turret to go down, so this Killjoy needs to stay. This Killjoy stays, it's gonna keep them thinking that this is going on.
All of A site is open.
I like what Sarah's doing, kind of keeping this one together. That contact should be enough. Sit back a little deeper, play a little safe on this.
Juicy.
Should be a good bit of chip damage on there, yeah. I think it was Melissa who got most of it. And now you can feel that split now finding its new momentum. And again, Fluorescent with a second, maybe even a third here. Once more, sitting in the right position for a
by SR.
And some will stand up under scrutiny with a new challenger in the form of SRN. And Fluorescent has already done that.
Oh, sending a message early here, Lauren. I like
Low might drop 100.
coming out from MIBR.
Possibly if we, I mean, in 3 maps probably not, but in 4 plus maybe.
Had such an incredible day yesterday, so I get it. But Astra, with all the utility that you can provide, the pickups, the gimmicks, and not to mention the post, so we'll see if that game plan changes just a little bit. But what an opening for Fluorescent to just set the tone, set the pace of this best of 5.
And you want that, right? When you were talking about this head-to-head, SRN against Floor, this is going to be that constant battle of dominance. Who gets to walk away? Who gets that confidence?
Oh my god.
She answered my question! A real simple one, apparently, for Fluorescent. Farming it up. They want the ace. So does Floor at this point. 6-0. Not even out of round 2. Knives on the horizon.
Yes, her team is definitely going to allow her to farm this kill, for sure. And not to mention Fluorescent, it's doubtful that MIBR are going to be able to plant the spike here and get any sort of money either. They didn't plant the spike on the first round.
This is going to deny this ace, unfortunately.
That's going to hurt MIBR going into the next round.
Well, they got the ult already, so we're being efficient.
With the knives in her back pocket as well, another forward aggressive play coming through here. Pistol round, it was mid. Eco round is A main. Let's see where she chooses here for bonus.
That second one is crazy. And by the second, I mean the third.
That's just unnecessary, Floor. They don't have armor.
Over delivery. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I had to take a nice shot.
Straight there from Mel. Straight there. Look, she's not only on the stage for finals, so let her enjoy herself here. All right.
Look at this, Fluorescent tossing that weapon over to Noya. I love this. Just min-maxing this
just getting knives for this round. So this is this little bait setup. I can't remember who they did this against, but they got someone with it. Where you think it's just a KO playing passive, but then Floor's just in this corner. And when they go for these kind of setups, SR, they will stick with them. But like they trust these guys to just kind of hold A. So you got the Killjoy setup here in mid.
Fluorescent is just over towards this B site, being very patient, just tucked in. You can expect Alexis to be the first to rotate.
MIBR have found a little bit of a gap.
Come with those flashes.
Yeah, heading on over here. Already space being taken
SRN
away.
can't die here.
Art's now controlled by SRN has been noted, but they also know there's a player over towards that kind of copy towards site. Good information.
Got Dart back.
Much everything you need. Shopify Rebellion sitting a little deep on the side. But
straight away though.
Here comes the flashes. Here comes the nades. Here comes
Floor's in the sky.
Right above the top, but dealt with initially. Doesn't get that springboard forward. Finds another potential victim. Doesn't land. Sarah now swarms. Floor gets one. Sarah with a follow-up, and Floor now just starting to farm them out.
Wow, Dark OG with 5 gifted as well. Is that to make sure you never get banned? I'm proving I can gift. Well,
they were fine with just allowing
you will look, gifters you aren't gonna get sacrificed. That's simple maths right there. If you're a gifter, you ain't getting sacrificed.
Look at this, all members of Shopify together on the same line, matching each other's pace, and at no point did MIBR ever have a fair fight. And the facepalm coming out from the coaches,
you can feel it already.
I feel it, yeah.
Hey, look, you want to come for that crown, you want to try and fight for that title. You got Shopify fired up. This is a different beast altogether. We've seen how deadly MIBR can be. No one's going to dispute
they're in trouble here. Which way are you
the
going?
They're playing the flank, sending in SR, and they are in so
They're in trouble. Well, your 13-0 I think is already gone, to be honest.
They've sliced right through them, but Flora's on the case. Looking to clear up. Sarah with the second hit. Follows up again.
Although it's a 2v2. As soon as I say that, they get 3 kills in a row.
It's easy to get blinded by fluorescence lights, but Sarah shines just as brightly. Now the problem is they're only on sheriffs. None of those weapons that they so hardly fought for.
Now, did they already get a kill? I think she might have. At which point? But I think it was from here, so that wouldn't have told you that much, because you know you could go either way. But they seem to have cleared out B. They're on their way back A. Robbie, thanks for the 2 months. If I was SR, yeah, just group up.
Floor is just
go together.
She go.
If you can hear this drone, you're gonna probably think about this.
High risk, high reward, and Sarah not too subtle on the steps. Floor already towards site here. Deeper position from Sayori.
Thing is, you haven't cleared this.
So far. That plant is still not obviously for her, but that's fine. Gonna spot Floor, maybe make the assumption. Yes, that's both. Oh, okay. Controls the nerves now. Fluorescent in the 1v1. Time is against her. Floor just does the dance, but already takes the vulnerability. This is gonna make it far more doable, and time is beginning to tick, and Floor knows it. A shot works, but the round won nonetheless. MIBR.
Well, Floor still hasn't died, but MIBR. I mean, nice round. Felt like our reaction here from Floor and who is it? Alexis on KO. Their reaction was wrong. They had to come back. Once they heard that the dog was coming down here, and then their teammates should tell them like, oh, they can come this way. They kept going forward. They should have instantly just backed.
They handle it well, but Sarah is just
back and try and reclaim this space. Fight for this first. Don't push yourself into a potential pinch.
Play with. You're one away from Sarah getting hers. A couple on the horizon for MIBR, and it looks like a very direct approach of Fluorescent. Still prowling, pounces, and again, the deadly duo of Sarah and Floor.
Wow, and
just
Floor gets out.
Down the pain on
can't
MIBR.
Die, literal can't die.
Left behind. They've got that slow creep over towards B, but they still need to find some stability here.
So Yuri is able to collect that orb. Astra ult on the board now. Melissa hasn't been able to get any sort of lurks going, and with that wall in her back pocket, she should be able to apply pressure towards Noya, able to break all this utility. And Noya is on the weak side, all alone here, so Melissa's got a lot of work to do ahead of her.
Noya's just got to play patient, play calm, keep this area under control. Now should be on red alert. You can already see Shopify leaning over, all going up, and they are creeping much closer. Noya here.
The spacing here's got to be so good for MIBR.
That was Noya. Tucks in the corner. Oh, the sleep in it felt like as Melissa clears that so
I didn't realize how close they actually were there. See the power of the Viper wall there?
Deep towards CT.
A lot of utility for both sides here. This pose,
that's huge.
It lands both.
Wow.
That's massive, and even gets Melissa. Now they know that one's still tucked towards backside.
Yeah, so you know what, one planted, one's down here.
High. Alexis trying to isolate the player towards the back of site itself, forcing them away. Quick clear from Floor, and Sayori called upon and can't answer. It's 3 standings.
Yeah, we might get a timeout here, MIBR.
One scoreline to Shopify.
We're almost at a second knives already.
It's always going to be an uphill battle if you're MIBR. Just starting the round 3 versus 5. It's just a tough task, but Melissa finally able to get what she wanted towards this B. If she's able to talk to her teammates and let them know, hey, it's just been the KJ solo here, buy me a little bit more time. And if MIBR are able to stay alive in the rounds, not allow Fluorescent to get these opening picks, that should allow them some breathing room here moving forward.
Now, when we were kind of talking about this, me and you have been kind of...
Okay, timeout. MIBR back on an eco. Probably going to try for this ult orb. They're close to a couple ults, and they're close to all of them. They're all 2 and 5. That's interesting. Floor is 14-0, and Sarah is 9-1. This is a 2v5 so far that has resulted in 4-1. I don't know what the highest kills in a pro game is to get with 0 deaths. But this probably has a decent chance looking at this by. If Floor gets another 3 or so, This could be interesting, to say the least.
So MIBR, they've got to button up these opening sequences, make sure if there's an opening, there is a hard trade to follow up, and again, buy Melissa more time.
4 on B this time.
Looks quite simplistic.
It's unlucky. Well, they seem to have a pretty decent idea what they were trying.
To try and implement
Suppress
those
3
changes
people,
through
get rid of the
timeout.
dog as well.
Sheriff's a couple of ults here, but you'd need a lot to go right to be able to utilize them. Just like a little pop flash and a clear. That will catch, but Sarah was perfectly sat there. Beautiful, beautiful little trap played in off the back of the sound. You're sitting anti, sitting safe. And again, Melissa, you're not looking at her to do too much.
Just the protocols are just coming through so strong for Shopify. One of the weaknesses of the Sky is just those birds. It's not, you can anticipate, you can set up, and you saw Sarah anti-flashed behind that wall the whole time. One step ahead is Shopify here, and Melissa has so much work ahead of her. Good double swing from Shopify as well.
They're so drilled. They're so drilled. This is Shopify looking to step up. I mean, they've looked great the whole tournament. I don't think that's unfair to say, but this feels like, hey, okay, we've got a real opponent here. Let's play the game, huh? Let's play the game. Let's play the fun game.
You know me though, Lauren. I'm always a believer, and if there's ever a round to turn things around, it is right now. In round 7, this is the big swing round coming through in the first half. Look at the ultimates coming through here for MIBR as Mel is just stabilizing herself. But every ultimate that you would ever want is on the board.
I mean, 26 kills between 2 players in 6 rounds is pretty insane.
Instantly showing presence, gonna force them to re-clear middle or at least put a question mark to it. I like this. If you're gonna come against a round like this, why not try and be divisive, be a nuisance, be a real problem?
But that's huge for MIBR. They heard the sound cue from the off.
Again, I don't love this smoke.
They didn't give away that opening pick, but oh, this is so tense.
I've got your trail.
Good utility.
Nice.
And SRN wants to get up close and personal to this wall and try to get a pick with these jellies.
Okay, I had to give away that the operator was here as well.
Okay, we're gonna be in for a bit of a retake. We don't have any ults. Oh, it's a fake, but the spike is on the other side.
Exactly that. Look over towards the A side. Look at these 3 players cautiously and carefully.
Now Mel's gonna stay here because Mel doesn't know about Lurk, and that dot just saw absolutely no one and didn't get shot. They figured it out.
Found nothing, so they're already hitting that emergency rotate button, get over towards Sykes. There's 3 coming through here. Spike is on the way, but it's got a second before it makes it in.
Yeah, it's so far behind. It's so late. This Viper's pit should buy the time that MIBR are looking for, but we've seen these floods coming through for Fluorescent before.
What?
Oh my God, Mel! How did you just do that? It feels fated! I don't know how she just pulled that off. Give us a replay of that because that felt unfair. There's a Viper's pit in the way, Mel. You're not meant to be able to get 3.
Oh my God.
She's grinning. Look at that cheesy grin. She's just loving it. You could do no wrong at this point.
Yeah, and that's just salt on top of the wound here, especially because that was finally the one round that MIBR felt like they had a chance. And then there comes Mel just spraying and praying through the smoke.
Floor's fuming. Those were kills for her. How dare you? But 15-0 still yet to die for Floor.
And at this point, Lauren, we got to be asking ourselves, I mean, is Floor going to go the whole half without a death? I don't know if that's ever happened before.
Your statisticians out there, get ready, get ready. Let's lock in. Maybe this is where it finally ends. Surely, with that pressure through middle, Floor can no longer shine. I mean, maybe I'm down too early. Gets out of danger, feeling there's too much pressure building through here, and rightly so, because SRN was chomping at that bit, waiting to pounce. And actually, SRN gets isolated. That's an issue. Alexis divides and conquers. SRN
just trying to make a play.
That was almost impossible.
Last time MIBR sent that dog through and SRN was able to.
So this is a similar round to the one round that they won. This kind of fast mid pressure.
But so much utility, so much
Syrup!
responses from
I'm not going to say the rest of it. Thanks for the 17 months.
Hello Ginger Man, I cannot watch the finals BC. They scheduled the University Women's / non-binary Val tournament at the same time. PLS wish us luck.
Waiting patiently.
I wish you luck.
The next
Oh,
one.
don't die, don't die.
Yeah, Alexis. Okay, now the crowd's getting a little louder.
Oh.
In there, Alexis. Oh, not to be. No aces. No aces. 7-1, Christine. This is
Brazil.
I was kind of expecting this to be a bit closer.
Oh boy, MIBR, Marlowe, Coach Marlowe is in a tough position right now. Has to decide whether he's going to try to give his players a little bit of breathing room here, or maybe he likes the communications coming through from his players here as well. Still, Juve's ultimate is on the board.
Okay, so you've got Juve's ultimate, right? That's all you really got to play with. What are you meant to do? You've got a confident Shopify against you. You've got Floor. Yeah, exactly what FE's is feeling. You've got everyone firing. What are you meant to do at this point? It feels so oppressive.
Okay, I'll back on B.
It really does. But MIBR, they've just got to remind themselves that middle has been the name of the game for them thus far this whole tournament on Pearl. So you can see the power of SRN and Jelly, these two combos together.
Theo, thanks for the 21 months.
Sort of advantage.
Go SR, go SR.
Breaking this alarm bot should buy them a little
That's
bit
looking
of
pretty
control.
good.
They're either going to want to regroup towards a main or go poking towards this street, but Melissa is just... The wall should help, but the high ground...
No!
Nice. That's massive for Melissa and MIBR. That opens up big opportunities, but they're still going forward. Oh my god, it is going to be a massacre. And so far, it's Mel to succeed, Neuer to trade in effectively,
wow.
and SRN left
Spike.
just drifting. Now, Melissa was the one who won out on that B side, still over towards us, but that Spike is just left deep behind the wire.
Now you got the turret if anyone comes down A main.
Yeah, and Melissa still has to clear
just gonna
every
leave it. They're
single
clever.
corner as well. She has no idea that the defenders never came towards B to help. Beautiful movements coming
You got
out
the
here
turret
from
for A
Shopify.
main.
Completely controlling the macro game of this first map so far, and Juves feels like she's just gotta use the ult to even grab the spike.
You can see the desperation, right? This is... I mean, we need to invest the ults just for this. And look at the timing as well.
They're going to go to
down
B,
to,
though?
what, 17 seconds. They have to keep coming towards this site. There's 3 players on it. Sarah tucked in the corner. They cleared
is why
towards
you leave
mid
the
with a little
spike.
bit of the Viper util. But you got 10 seconds. Time's running out. And so are your chances.
Wow.
Shopify. Another step.
We might get an early payout.
Another dominant round. It doesn't matter if there's 1 alive, 5 alive.
That's why you leave the spike.
Rounds.
Every player just stepping up and playing their roles to perfection.
Record is Enats with 17-0 in a pro match. GMB versus Ace GF.
That's good knowledge, actually.
Decent enough. MIBR
God, remember Nats? Remember when Nats was good before he went to Liquid, Kexi? Not that that's Nats' fault. It's Liquid's fault.
And here it is, the second timeout coming.
Okay, use the second timeout. Lolquid. Are there any other Liquid fans? Am I cooked? Yes, Tropical. Unlucky. Are there any other Liquid fans other than Kexi here? Who now apparently is a fucking Vitality fan. My friend because of Nets. Do you need me to pin something again?
Remember when Ascend were good before they dropped down to tier 2 and stepping away from competitive Valorant entirely?
Wow. Wow. What happens when I sign with EDG? What are you going to say then?
Light out here.
Very light.
What are you going to say when me and my boy Kang Kang dapping it up?
Pressure towards this B, but you can see MIBR, they have a different idea. They want to go power in numbers and try to make this low buy work. You can see the hero rifle is on the back of Melissa, so she's going to group with her squad here.
Oh, and look who's coming.
Oh, that's
huge. Floor
massive.
wash.
SRN succeeds. Now, Sarah actually could be overwhelmed. Apparently not. Sarah's so cool, so calm, but gets traded into. Melissa brawling out. Perfect. MIBR.
Got a little overconfident there, I think I saw.
Step towards the site. Finally, a fight going their way.
And the agent info should be coming across.
One tournament wonder.
You think EDG will fall off?
Taking that space in the site and spike planted. Juves doing her job, holding the perimeter.
Oh, the angle. A gifted cross there. Surprised they didn't get punished, but Neuer gets to take a step closer. Next challenger though, SRN gets beheaded. Neuer now looking to follow up.
And look at the late flank coming from Mel as well. Just biding her
Lockdown?
time, allowing Neuer to cook.
Yep. Still got the old smell. So sharp with it too. It's just back and forth.
Time though.
Dismantling categorically everything MIBR want to do. And now just Melissa, even the divide on top. Just to add insult to injury, so unnecessary because the diffuser is starting. Melissa trying to make a mad dash for it, trying to do what she can, trying to sit on this one. Has she bought enough time? I think she
wins the round anyway.
Melissa holds on for dear life.
Well, that probably shouldn't have been that close, but
Melissa had bought enough time to drop that Q in the post plant. That was everything for MIBR, but finally they're able to get what they want in the round, and it took all 5 members to group up and get these trades, but for the first time, we're seeing Shopify have a slightly discombobulated round, and MIBR, they're able to capitalize at least.
Okay, game on. Here we go. This is... Get a little fire
Keep dreaming,
going. Let's
buddy.
see what
Learn
we've got.
Chinese
Maybe they can
first
close
before
out the
making a
rest of
claim
these
like
rounds
that.
and we get a
Mr.
game.
TMVU, don't scare me. Instead, learn Korean and join the Tiger Nation. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
it's funny how you went from not being a Gen G fan to being the biggest Gen G fan in the world.
You still have 3 ults ready to go. So now SRN looking for those opening opportunities.
When Gen G are mid.
It's looking very similar to what MIBR ran on the pistol. On pistol though, both
Nice.
KJ and Astra win streak, but SRN,
Now, no smokes,
beautiful
difficult to play B
shot
retake,
on
no
the jump
smokes.
spotter.
Lovely.
Jubes is so ready to punish this resniff.
Seems aware of the possibility someone's crept up towards ARP, but
Also, Kexi getting on me for Ascend. Remember when Liquid won an international tournament? I don't.
As well.
it's a warning signal.
Look at the defenders, they've all left B. This is gonna buy enough time for the spike to slip in.
Okay, divide's gonna go through. That should be very safe.
SRN just walking out.
The retake, though.
I got
Wait,
2 kills.
SRN takes the
I mean, I
gloves
kind
back around and claims
I would
two.
like
It's
it
just
if we
a
had
quick
multiple
moment.
people here. Doing this on your own is a bit
It's all
troll.
on floor.
But it's a nice idea, right? You put in an
Divided
Astral Wall,
on
they're just thinking,
against
oh, they're all just going to be here, right? That's the normal way. So you just walk through it. Now, if you did that as a team, that would be a crazy nice play. No early payout. Sad.
I think that operator looking pretty valuable to keep hold of.
Yeah. Money is good, but it's not the best, so just decide
Rent
to walk
free?
away with this operator.
Kexi, you're not in my...
MIBR,
if anything,
that's
British
what we
people,
needed
by that
from
clip
this
that I
one.
saw,
One round
British
at a
people are
time,
in
and
your
so
head.
after that second
You're
time
obsessed
out,
with
some
British
life
people.
into this team, and
Here come the stupid FKN in again bandwagon of flames actually don't takes TMV knows I've been a fan since 2023.
Is that... That's not the flex you think it is. I've been a fan for a whole year.
for the side of Shopify, they're still feeling pretty good now at this point. Both initiators and Sarah and Alexis.
Yeah, no early
Ultimates
payout.
online
Unlucky.
as well, so you can
We
definitely
don't have a
expect to
bingo
see
for that.
Shopify
Blame
playing
Mike for
their
being
way
misogynistic,
to bend that
Tron.
flood.
There's no other way
As
of putting
Sarah
it.
is proccing that Hunter's Fury, Fluorescence should be having a lot of fun. MIBR looks like they want to do that same spread, that pistol round spread, with KJ and Astra just lurking around and controlling mid.
Quick flash. Turret in. But again, eyes
Liquid
towards
still
B.
has a chance to win
Far more
one. Aware?
successful than most of the other
Do you want me to
attempts
tell
to
the chat what you said about Liquid's roster?
SRN gifting them that opportunity, that start that they were desperate for up against Mel before.
Orb is up for SRN.
Okay,
I'd
full
like to
B
see her
retake,
grab
but-
that so that she can be a lot more free once she gets close up to Melissa's wall. She decides to just hold the angle, and that's
Oh,
a
we
huge
are
kill for Jubes. No trade for Shopify.
Getting punished a little bit here.
And that's what she was waiting on. Patience pays. Now the question mark gets put a little towards, I guess you could say, Shopify. What do they want to do with this now? They've lost that mid pressure. Do they try and cheat a rotation over, hope for the best? I feel like you are going to do that. Alexis investing the ult. Neuer hoping to try and... Oh my word, SRN just tried to go forward through that? That felt desperate in attempt.
Nice
Trying
by
to play
Neuer, nice
ahead of this,
reposition.
And now they regain full control of B.
Yeah, SRN had that dash proc, but Alexis's timing with the KO
Wow.
just completely ruined
And look at this
everything.
reposition.
And Neuer, the reposition is beautiful.
Oh, it's stunning. Neuer has her time in the sun. Everyone getting fours today for Shopify. A 9-3 scoreline. There were signs of life, Christine, but they were glimmers in the end.
Glimmer.
Okay, pretty dominant by SR. What is this? What have you just sent me? Kexi. Do I want to know? Do I even want to know what Kexi just sent me? It's an image. Kexu just sent me this. His fucking Vitality shirt. Holy fuck. Look at this. Look at this traitor. Look at this fucking traitor. Oh, it's tens.
But I was a player before, so it was kind of nice to be able to go out and do stuff outside of that. And there's been a couple of fan interactions that have been really sweet and cute.
Yeah. I did not know that, by the way, that you were a player before. Wow. What about you, MIBR?
I think it's a mix of both. I've been a huge fan of Mel for a long time, and then getting to know like all of the players, and then going to Germany for the first time has been really amazing.
Okay, so we've got both Mel and Floor stands here in the house. Now, there is an MVP award for this tournament, and Tens, you might know something a little bit about that. Do you think it's going to be Floor for this one, or are there other candidates in mind?
Honestly, it has to be Floor in my book.
What about you, Kaide?
Floor as well.
Definitely Floor. I mean, why do I even have to ask you? You're like one of the biggest Floor fans in the world.
Yeah.
What about you?
Floor.
Definitely Floor, right? It has to be after that performance. And this current performance, I mean, Tens, you were saying how, you know, the early snowball is so important. Do you think it's still as important, especially since MIBR, they look like they're gaining some ground, they're getting some rounds in there? Is it still going to go the way of Shopify, you think?
Honestly, when I was seeing just how Shopify was starting off and how strong it was, especially Floor was like 13-0 before I could even see what was going on. So I do think that snowball potential, especially on your Jet players, is really important. And honestly, I think we're looking for like a 30-bomb game here.
Absolutely one of the best Jet players as well in there, right? And Kaide, how do you feel about your Ribbit title?
Oh, I love it. I'm so glad that Riot was able to give us the chance to like choose a title for this event, so yeah.
And MIBR, quick prediction for this. What's going to be the final score?
Oh, maybe like a 13-7.
Oh, that's really close. Let's see if that happens. Let's get back into the game.
I'm going to say 13-6.
Nice to hear. A little room over there.
I don't know what I would have picked. I would have picked something.
Mika said 13-7 would be close because we're dealt with a 9-3 here as well.
You know what? 7 rounds would be good.
Cool.
I'll take 7.
Yep.
You know what? We'll take a strong 7.
Close? I mean...
as it stands, though, we're sat at 9-3. If you're tuning in, you're
closer
wondering...
Well, actually, it's not as close, isn't it? I mean, 9-3, it's the same level. But then, ratio-wise, it isn't. So...
As we start MIBR on the defending side now, looking to try and stay
Look, let me put it to you this way. There are infinite... You say it's not close. I'm going to say there's infinite possibilities. No, there's not infinite possibilities, but there are infinite numbers that are less close.
Controls on and turns it into a masterpiece. Sarah left with the pieces of her side scattered over the floor. First contact found.
And also they're going to win this pistol.
Hold on. 3 players, though. You don't give this up. You don't make mistakes here, right? You lock in. You need this round. This is the round you are desperate for.
They just wide swing, didn't shoot, I think.
When MIBR needed her most, was right there.
Right there, indeed. What a turnaround. What a turn of events. I mean, you got to feel for Floor there. I love the space making that she was trying to do for her teammate. Just dashing forward, creating that trade opportunity, but she was too low. Too low. Melissa just needed to breathe on her a little bit, quickly finding that one, and that's exactly what you need.
Maybe Floor just went a little bit early. You know, we kind of, our spacing here wasn't the best. You know, ideally here you want, when Floor dashes, I don't know who the second person who died was, but you kind of want all 3 of you there at that moment.
And things have just gone too chaotic on this second, so we'll see how MIBR actually handle this one. Floor, that Sheriff, this drone, she's looking for an opening.
Should be handle, I want to say that. I want to say handle. It is. Mel goes down. Floor goes down.
Okay, MIBR. Maybe we'll have a game. Let's have a little game. Why not?
To close on any of those kills.
I'm down for a game.
Giving the players on MIBR everything they want to be able to react off of. Crossfire's coming through strong here. Sayuri wants to peek off this contact. Melissa, that's not good.
Hero to near on 0, but Sayuri
I switched to Twitch? Why? I did forget actually to do this.
I'll seem heard. Mino, go art.
So we have been a bit behind the whole time, but that's fine.
Taking those steps,
I can
going
catch
through
up.
motions, seeing how far they get. They look composed here, Christine. This is a nice answer back for them. Find their footing and build into the game.
SRN has a lot of work.
I was quite far behind.
Coming out across the board,
My
more
bad.
Shopify. So SRN's gonna have to choose her angles wisely. All 5 members. Shopify, we've seen this execute come through here before. Noya, you can expect to re-wrap around, find her timing on street.
Oh.
As Sarah finds an opening.
Off the back of the flash, they go for it. It's Jelly who gets meltdown, but the trade out. So SRN falls, but Sayori waiting. That's a Bucky. That should be ringing the alarm bells.
Oh.
The fight, Sarah just gets put into the blender.
You don't even get the
So
kill?
much damage to floor as well. Just fade away with that
Oh
Bucky.
no. No.
Noya,
Keep your eye on Noya.
With all that distraction, has found this timing. Melissa.
The timing is outrageous between the two. Melissa just on that deeper
Good kill.
angle. Noya so sharp with it, but gotta be careful now. Could get over. Whoa! A bounding Bucky destroys Noya, and now down to 2. Flora and Alexis in unison. Oh, they can't make it past the Bucky. Devastating round. MIBR back in business.
Round by round, Lauren.
That's
round by round. These are some feel-good rounds as well. If you're MIBR,
Oh,
you're
by a
starting to feel
Bucky. The
confident
Bucky
each
was
step of the
so
way.
back.
Sayuri, this is exactly the player we were talking about, having such a spectacular day yesterday. IGL stepping up and just holding her ground in this A main. And Marlo's
Feel-good
just
rounds.
like, oh my God, thank Jesus.
That is amazing for them. They now have the divide there for Sayori as well. I think they're pretty close to Melissa's ult as well, 2 off. Here, Floor didn't get that early start. Not to the same extent at the least. So, no knives to
Yeah,
bank on. We got
Neon
Sheriff and
Bucky,
Stinger. So,
not
seeing
even.
what they can
Just
achieve
buy
there.
a Bucky.
Already early stake on towards middle.
What is that? How is a Bucky? How did they not kill Sayori when they knew Sayori was in the smoke? How have you not killed her?
As well. Both
That's why you won't buy a Guardian.
already burned. And on top of that, Melissa,
So now you
she's
just
gonna
got
turn
Floor
around
with
and
a.
quickly drop that Molly on A main as well.
Oh, Floor!
Wow.
The dry
Is that the
Quick as
stun
lightning,
from the
but
Astra?
trade is there. They couldn't join
Nice
her
trade.
yet. Noya!
Noya gets the second?
Back and foot. Noya! What is this?
Wow, okay. And Eco to silence the doubters.
That back. But SRN has had some rounds, and they could do one right now. Patience, creeping towards the site, looking to find a fair fight, but you're seeing already smokes up does allow for the gap to be close slightly, but also
I like this stuff. You're
Alexis
just
to
gonna-
evacuate.
Beautiful discipline, beautiful. Not giving SRN anything.
First bit of contact, and that's it. Not even noting the other two players.
Well, you do have quite a bit of money, but you probably want to just save this, to be honest.
They've got so much time. SRN still considering where the post plant is. Has to check all this, go through the protocol list, and it's time to call it off. Time to try and keep that operator. Shopify Rebellion. I mean, they were pacey there, Christine.
Yeah, and that was all off the back of Noya's 2 kills, right? Sure, fine. She got away with 1, but the fact that she found a second in art on that timing, on that lurk, was just everything. They needed Melissa to be able to stay alive, and this round is gonna hurt. I mean, MIBR were finally starting to make this half competitive. Okay, it was just, wow.
That was kind of nice on Jelly. Damn.
Yeah, that is tough. That is tough. Good news for MIBR, they still have enough money to have a good buy coming into this one, but this is one of the last chances they're gonna have in this half to make this one competitive.
We have Sarah's ult on one side, still got that divide with Sayori. That operator, in my mind, has to be key here. Not in the right place at the beginning, at the very least, but rotations can always bring it into play. First contact, really good to be noted here with a little bit of util shown over towards B.
And you can see quick reactions coming up from the defenders and
It's going to be a
MIBR.
full B
Each
hit
time
here. There's
Shopify
no
have
kind of
made
second
this
call
B
for
hit
this.
off the drone, they've always committed.
We're going to
in
probably
this
silver ult
tournament
this,
so
I
far.
would assume. That's going to land somewhere. I don't know, here
carefully.
somewhere.
Noting everything possible. Darts
Oh, it
ahead.
landed.
Look at this set piece coming through. Floor going to take the space.
Wow, it landed here. That's a crazy dart.
Turn to get that kill. I don't know.
Wow, that's just a great
gets a
little
second in
plan.
this.
So the
It
dart
felt like there was an
actually
opportunity, a
lands
little window of chance for MIBR to maybe
in the
strike
back
back,
side.
but apparently
Like
I
it
was
lands
wrong,
here.
and so were they.
That's a
Another
crazy
ult
dart.
to layer on top. Alexis invests instantly. And that may be the just no-go already.
And then yeah, I mean, Silver ulting down here in general is just a good idea.
There. I don't think she even caught the flash.
Yeah, because it stops people flooding back in, it kills anyone in here.
Unfortunate. The amount of
Just a good
pressure
ult.
that Fluorescent is able to apply on her opponents is just something else entirely.
Now the KO ult
Just
here,
able to find one for herself, get
you know,
a
maybe wasn't
ult
fully
orb as
needed,
well.
but it's to get you to 11-6, so it is what it is. And as I say, you know, when you're looking at a half of Valorant, early in a half, use ults early.
Everyone kind of just stays as they are, but it's 11 for Shopify. MIBR held on 6 now, getting scary for them. And if I'm not mistaken, did they burn both timeouts in that first half? This is now going to be harder for them to maybe construct something going forward.
Pretty
They
sick
pump the
drawings
brakes
there.
there. You don't get it in the second now.
You know, 13-7's right, could be, very easily could be.
To maybe touch base, check back in once these ults start coming into play, but they're gonna have to just go for it with the IGL.
Yeah, and MIBR, they're gonna have to play the retake game here coming into this round. They've got 2 huge ultimates to allow a strong side on one and to retake on the weak. But SRN, she wants to get active. No flashes nearby for her though.
Ooh.
That's got to have been spotted. Again, that ult.
Oh, big
it's
from
quick as
SRN.
lightning. Mel just
Now
gets
no
eviscerated, and Floor wants to try and avenge her fallen IGL, but
Now you're in some
no
trouble. You
strike
need
back
a
to be
kill
had
here,
from Noya
really.
in the meantime. Try to take space elsewhere, show presence, keep Melissa very much locked in towards this.
The fact that Melissa's maintaining this line and the fact that MIBR have all of art control though gives a lot of confidence over to Jubes. Another crossfire on this art area. And Melissa, she's got to handle this street pressure well. She's still got the molly.
So was the one who got the ball rolling in this half, got things started. Does the knife land?
Did it
No.
catch her?
No, it didn't. I'm pretty sure there was no connection on
Okay,
that one.
nice pit as well.
I don't know about this ult.
Oh, Floor.
We both here.
Tried to get in
Shopify
heaven and
trying
didn't.
to find a way through the fog. There's a little bit of a gap to plant in.
30 seconds
maybe this
left.
feels a bit too desperate. Doesn't quite get what they wanted done, but let's see what the conclusion is.
Sarah's just in the pit, gets 2 kills,
Sarah
what?
with a quick 2, putting it down to a 4v3, favorable to Shopify, who have the
Retreat
site.
and use
SRN
drone.
needs to find value here. Needs to find it fast. Quick little
Goodbye,
trade
Sarah.
out. Wants that rifle. Wants to get back to business. Trying to take the fight towards the back of the site. It takes away Sarah and Floor. But Alexis
Well played by
stands
Alexis.
tall and
Oh, well played by Alexis.
Shopify up to 12.
The hero, Alexis, stepping up huge. And unfortunate for MIBR. We talked about that molly in the back pocket for Melissa, and that decision, it's a tricky one always, but she decides to try to stop the power with her ultimate, but that just completely blocks her lines. They don't know where the attackers are now, and Shopify are able to handle that round so well. Teamwork is a dream work, and all members were just slowly constricting around that Viper's ult. Beautiful reaction for Shopify.
Floor's got ult here. You can hear those knives coming in quickly. SRN
Fast
still with that
hit.
operator, and Floor wants in, wants to draw blood. Does a little bit of chip damage, well, quite a bit actually towards Jelly.
Oh.
But look at the reaction. MIBR put
Just went a bit
bodies
before the
on
drone.
site. Denial on entry. Yeah, that's huge impact. And Melissa then takes over the mantle. Sarah now wants to play aim training, but it ain't gonna go
Well, there's your 7. The 13-7, Fred, could be goated.
3 alive, and MIBR still breathing.
Just barely, barely, but once
Oh,
again,
Tropical's back in on
coming
Valorant.
out here for Sayuri. You gotta love the reposition as well. This play right here, she started off way back in secret, but as soon as the hit came, she just quickly forward in that church position, and it completely caught Fluorescent off guard. You've got to see more individual plays coming out from MIBR in moments just like that.
Yeah. Now, speaking of ults, SRN's got theirs. We still got that divide, not found that time to maybe invest it yet. Lockdown for Noya.
Okay, full B hit again. Against
should
the
be
Cosmic
enough. That
Divide,
should
not
be
a fan.
tell here. SRN,
Oh,
the
although
spill-in so
5v4.
quickly. That's Noya, the claimer, but everyone had the right idea in mind. Now Floor trying to step forward a little bit further. Just around that corner was a player, but MIBR playing safer, a little bit deeper on the site, yeah, tucking in towards the back.
You should run.
Jelly, that's yeah, playing just behind the wall, gonna fall away from this, but the lockdown's in effect.
Jelly still had the flash in her back pocket. An old school fight was just a fight right beyond that wall, but they choose to get back and try for this flood. Astra ult on the board.
far does she go with this? Okay, kept composed, kept tame. Plants in. 5v4.
Okay, it's a plant for the playing on
on
side. Wait, the plant is actually on their side.
They got to clear quick. It's Sarah at the back of the site, though. Melissa going to find Neuer. Now it's time to spring the trap. Sarah leans a little closer as Alexis in unison. And now a 3v2 Sayuri and Melissa have their work cut out here, and they've got to do it. There's no backing away from this anymore. The divide could have fallen. Fluorescent stands with Bell. Shopify.
GG, map 1, SR. I did think that that would be their map. Next is Sunset, which is a map that MIBR probably have a better chance on, but I think it could be tough. That said, we can take a look at how it went last time. Take a look at Game Changers Champs 2023. What was the grand final? Did Shopify win map 1? They did. But it was close. And then we had a very close map 2 as well. Then Shopify won. Then we had kind of a one-sided map for each side. And then Shopify eventually closed out on us then. So okay. Let's do connections, shall we? I'm gonna predict I don't get this one. Oh fuck. Definitely if it's to do with English language shit. A guild, a union, a league, an association. Let's go. Clingy. Throw us at ENA. I mean, I'm just gonna try these, but I doubt it's right. It's one away though. I don't know what the other one would be, other than maybe, I don't know. Dubbing. It feels like something like that maybe, but I don't know. So what? That was one away. Is it not possess? Oh, is it this? No, that's not one away. That I was thinking maybe possessive could be like with clingy and snug. What? Foot. Foot. Football. Foot. Clubfoot is a song by Kasabian. I said Kaiser Chiefs. So that was one away, and we know the possessive is in it. An apology isn't. A footnote. An apology note. A slinky. I mean, a slinky is just a toy, right? Is there anything else that, like, slinky is? Fuck me. I'm not gonna get this one. I haven't dubbing? What's the other one with this? I'm gonna guess it's these. A contraction, a possessive. Is it proposal or quotation though? But I don't know what the other one would be though. I know it was one away. So these four were one away. But I don't know what. And it wasn't apology because that wasn't one away. But then again, if it's to do with like English language stuff, I just don't know anything about that. I mean, I'm gonna go on a fucking limb. That was right. Slinky. See, Slinky was like throwing me off with that. Is that what Slinky means? The only thing I know about, the only thing I associate with Slinky is a fucking Slinky. I would never describe anything as Slinky other than a Slinky. But it just seemed more correct than the others. But I still don't know what. So what was it? It was you, and you. So of these, which go together? And I know apology goes with some of these. An apology, I can kind of see where prayer would come into it. But what? How would foot? Is it that? That's one away. So I'm pretty sure it's these three. Is it foot? What is it? I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. That's correct. What an apostrophe might indicate. A contraction, a possessive, a quotation, or a foot. As in a foot. Oh, a foot. Like the measurement, a foot. Like height, a foot. Oh my god. And what is this? What is this one? Dubbing. What? Occasions when one might kneel. As in like you're getting knighted. Not dubbing as in like saying what, not like a Japanese anime where it's in English instead. Like when you're getting knighted by the king. Yeah, I dub the knight of the realm, whatever. Jesus Christ. Dubbing sounds very British. I mean, no one would really use that word. People would only say that, like, if people said dubbing to you, and this is how I was thinking of it as well, I was thinking of, you know, like saying something over another language in a TV show. God, Jesus Christ, they really pushed that one. I mean, to be fair, the apostrophe one is at least somewhat clever, but it is difficult. Dubbing feels a bit less clever. 2375. Still could be Europe, so this is a bad number. We don't like 2375 because it really could be fucking anywhere. Let's try Africa, though. And let's go with... I mean, I say it could be Europe. I mean, it probably is the outer reaches of Europe. It's probably like the UK, Scandinavia. But here, let's try Rwanda. Okay, it borders Rwanda. Cool. That's a good guess. Countries that border Rwanda are Little Burundi next to it. Big DRC. I don't actually fully know what's to the east of Rwanda. Like what? I guess Kenya? So I'm kind of... I mean, let's try Burundi. That's a fucking get right there. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. We're back in.
In the agent
He cheated? He did not cheat.
We talked about Floor. I'm thinking about Alexis here. When we think about this Neon and Breach duo, especially starting on the attack.
He looked at chat. No one said Burundi, bro. No one was saying in chat Burundi. I was saying Burundi.
Maps for Sayori, both in calling and in the individual performance. We saw that in the series against G2. But to put this map in
What do you mean? I know that Rwanda borders Burundi.
They go into Haven after this. A stronghold for Shopify.
Some of the chatters did.
Have to bounce back here.
What, straight away, as soon as it was Iraq, that they said, oh, it's Burundi? I fucking doubt it. Maybe when it's Rwanda, it's borders.
I love saying it.
It's good.
Thank you so much, and you're right.
After Rwanda? Yeah, I know that Burundi borders Rwanda. I said that straight away.
A linchpin map. Now let's tell you as to why MIBR.
Like, yeah, well done. It was one of fucking 3.
Stability, find that fire inside them, and show why they're here. This is a grand final, Christine. This isn't, you know, look and see a participation of what they gotta be good here, right? This is the moment.
Yes, and we gotta look straight at SRN. Agent change coming through here, and this is comfort champion for SRN.
SRN can't play Neon? No, they did basically say that SRN, they aren't that comfortable with Neon, so they're just gonna stick with Raze. And SRN has absolutely farmed on Raze on every single time they played Sunset, so...
will make a stand coming through here, and really weird setup actually for MIBR. SRN is just solo over towards A, trying to make that part of the map look bigger than it is.
Camera taken out.
See how they kind of read through this one. Shopify, of course, will be on the attacking side. MIBR on the defending side, and you're right, 4-1 as a beginning. Splits a little bit, but the emphasis towards that B site.
Yeah, as Shopify just trying to bide some time. They're sending Noya to go sniffing towards this A. They don't want to commit to anything and run into these traps.
Okay, so they're gonna see how far Noya can get up.
One
way comes in though, so that one way coming up probably tells, unless you think that this is incredibly unlucky timing, probably tells you that, oh, they did that one way based off,
wow,
based off this cage.
The entire game plan for Shopify. We'll see. You can see the spike is actually shifting. And Noya, she is bringing them back towards her.
Yeah, rotation. That was enough. That little indicator, that little moment was enough to pull the plug.
Out
whatever
this
that
is
B hit was,
maybe
it didn't
just one
like
player.
it. Just seeing SRN shouldering that corner, enough of a red flag.
Utility. SRN, there's the paint shell. It's going to delay and buy enough time.
It looked like Floor just fucking slid into that.
Line into.
SRN has to survive still, I'd say, and I'd be very surprised if they tried to flood CT.
But
for now,
get the spike down.
At the time, we're down to 10 seconds.
Mel,
Shopify
no
rebelling,
smokes.
got to get a move on here, got to secure the site. You already got that Dizzy going up. They want to get the fight going. Wingman's in.
They're all just gonna die to the fucking.
Backhanding 3 clears the site. It's all on Mel, the last standing bastion of hope. Oh my god! But they're not stopping the defuse. Jelly wants the round.
But they just made a mistake with their smokes, I guess. Where did they smoke? I'm actually just gonna go back and see. So I guess because they used the smoke for the fake.
Just seeing SRN shouldering that corner.
Did Mel start with 2 smokes? Yeah. So they put one randomly in mid.
Shifting, and
Put one here.
Coming through strong there. That cross map help. SRN was fine. I mean, she didn't get any kills that we'd love to see coming from the race, but she teed up her entire team to be able to just be hot on her heels with that stand. That's exactly what you need for Shopify, or for MIBR side. If you're Shopify, you're feeling a little salty about that one. Noya did so much work to push SRN off the angle.
Oh, and speaking of SRN, straight away taking down Mel is a big snap to claim.
No smokes
so a lot
again.
of those options later on if they wanted to depend on those smokes. Noya now looking to continue towards middle. And look how ready MIBR looked, though. You had almost 3 players watching this side. You did have Jelly up towards the top side too, but for now, peeling away from this.
Good. Fault line's gonna push SRN off the angle, but Sayuri responds with her own.
Noya hit that shot while stunned.
From Noya.
Relax a little. SRN retakes
So they create some pressure, then come back the other way.
Away from that
Again, no smoke's gonna be tough.
And they are being melted down. MIBR stability found. 4 alive. It's what they needed.
You love the long range double crossfire coming out here for MIBR. A lot more depth and layers on Sunset than what they showcased on Pearl so far. This bonus round will mean a lot. I don't think Shopify, they didn't plant the spike in that second one. So you can see the money is a little bit tough. Players are having to decide, do I go Guardian full armor?
Not the scream again.
Exactly what Noya does here.
Screaming Banshee.
Fluorescent being on that half as the entry, the first to get contact, might.
Okay, again, same setup. Heavy, just one player on A. And Hamza with 5 gifted.
There is so much resistance. Trip in the way, you got 2 players. Actually,
thank you, Hamza.
Towards market, and just 1 towards A, and this time Noya hasn't gone exploring too deep just yet. This is a patient start. It's an incredibly critical round for Shopify, but for MIBR, as it stands, right place.
It's the same 4-1 pistol setup that we saw, except SRN and Melissa have just swapped spots.
So again, same thing. They
Melissa,
seem to have figured out that this is some kind of lean towards B. I don't know necessarily how or why, but.
See the Melissa, as you highlighted, he's really slipped off from this, sitting a lot deeper here. Surely this silence becomes deafening soon enough. They're going to have to start investing utility just to make sure that close is cleared, taking away the cam.
Okay, they destroyed their cam.
I like this.
Everyone from MIBR have bit. They've completely taken.
So this is just what, based off the pistol round?
And the Cypher setup isn't on B here, Lauren.
That is wild. They're going to get a free plant from this. They're going to have to go, which Floor's happy to do. Take the space, take the site. You can see the clear. No one's here. You're feeling good about that call now as well. That's starting to feel real nice. But you got to look at the flood back in. Jelly's been fantastic at setting this into motion.
So how do they play the post? Let's see.
Dizzy going up. That's going to connect. Floor now noted.
Oh,
they swing up, but they don't clear off the back
Floor,
of it.
But,
a 1-for-1
I guess the
trade
breach
out, but Floor going down kind of signifies the backside is no longer secure. You're going to see them start clearing through. We've seen this deep post plant setup. I like the late positioning from Noya, but let's see how threatening MIBR can be.
Oh, you don't have
wingman. They've got to check on Sarah. A little surprised at that one. Noya has to eventually give away the game here, and you can see Shopify still sitting in this deep post plant. They've got to deal with this diffuse, and they do. That is what they were doing before, and they do it once again. But Christine, that call at the start, that
okay, got a little dicey there, but
was perfect. It was beautiful.
Spamify Rebellion.
Calling coming out here for Mel on Shopify. MIBR has got to be scratching their heads and wondering what that what piece of information came through to make them bite so hard in that round, but valiant effort on this retake. Shopify have shown their game plan on this map already. They want to go for that spam game, and with the Gecko on the side of MIBR, having that wingman as that win con for themselves, it certainly should make Shopify's win con a little bit more challenging. They've got to hold on to a little bit of that util and start talking to each other exactly how they want to approach that post.
What?
And that's not fair.
Noya.
Did maybe the camera saw them? Maybe they made a noise in the cage?
Reinforce that A side,
I actually don't know.
Round, but
that's Melissa. That's no one-way here either.
One way's now removed, and Jelly can't play off that anymore. But Jelly does still have ult, still has wingman, Dizzy, the whole shebang, and you've just seen Floor. So you don't want to stick around on this. You avoid the stun, fantastic, but you got to fall to
But of course, now they've done this before.
Don't overdo it, but still, that's the ult coming in early. Big
I'm not gonna tell you too much, really.
can see Juice doesn't want to commit to this rotate. They've already been faked out before. Jelly's got so much pressure, the blind catches her.
It's perfect. This is
The
just
util is insane.
perfection on
Just
the
gotta
side
save
take
here, I
there.
think, if
Really
you're a
isolating
MIBR.
other players with the util. Very hard
Right,
to
I
take
talked
any
about this. Who
security
was
off
it?
that side
Was it
roll.
Zeta or was it?
MIBR, they've just got to tuck tail.
It might have
and
even been
figure
MIBR. I
exactly how
can't
they're
remember.
gonna save these weapons
It's talking
for the
about
next
win
round.
conditions with a team earlier on.
That's
Right, find your win
unlucky.
conditions.
If you're MIBR, you're
This
okay with this round, especially
win
if you're Melissa,
condition.
you're letting your team
Cypher
know,
ult,
hey,
it was Zipto. Yeah,
all
you're
good.
right.
Things happen
Win condition.
sometimes.
Cypher ult, win condition. Farm the ult orb, know where everyone is.
Yeah, I'd have liked to see
Util hits them,
how this
win
looked if
condition.
Melissa was able to stay alive, but it literally
Win a
was
flawless round off the
Melissa
back
goes
of a
down,
Cypher ult.
one
Cypher
way's
ult,
removed,
good.
Suddenly Jelly's very isolated, then you're one away from Neuer's ult, and bang, you got everything you need, right? And for Shopify, though, they keep 5 standing. This is now really good for their stability in their money. The observers got nervous. They're like, wait, what's going on? Shooting over the other side of the map, all good.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see MIBR going back into their 4-1 setup. Exactly what they did on Pistol, and they constantly had trap setups, right? And now with Jelly having that ultimate on the get-go, these trap setups should give them those openings that they're looking for. So wouldn't be surprised if they send either Jubes or Melissa back towards A solo once again and try to stay more grouped here. Use these hero rifles on Jubes and SRN.
I want to see what they do.
That mid crossfire, they want
Okay,
to
they're just
collapse
gonna
and
go
full
for a
fight
little
here.
mid walk out here.
We have been seeing the Shopify happy to take that space early on, so this isn't a bad call. Heading off towards that corner now, called
Little
Petra.
Petra angle. Yeah.
Gets away, at least from the initial check for any players trying to slip the net.
You actually would call that Petra now.
know that MIBR
It's a good name for it.
looking by. They want to be
Petra.
extra cautious and extra thorough here. Noya is sending that second cage towards that A main. Not a soul over there, but she's just doing her damnedest to find information.
It's part of the process.
Okay, just gonna wait for that.
That trap setup in mid that we were talking about, it's still pretty
No, they
dangerous
don't wait
for
for the one,
Shopify
right?
because they're so close by.
Drawn out, and they're just gonna go for it.
SRN.
What?
Al gets the omen off.
That feels so unlucky to not catch. Who was it just drifting then? Alexis, but Floor's already in the site. Floor's already in CT. Just got to control the space here.
The move!
Damn. All right. Just fooning around the place. Plant back in.
Get the spike down. You do have a Gecko ult here. You gonna pop it?
Assume that post-plant
Yes. And
positioning.
we run away and we
This
shoot
is
it.
big though, but it already gets denied. I thought it might have been able to get a little bit deeper on towards this.
Look at Sarah rewrapping,
Oh,
looking
you
for the
unfortunately
insurance
get the
plan,
one
but
player.
MIBR, they've seen this retake before. They know
They
exactly
thought they
what
destroyed the
need to
trip,
do.
but there was a
Yeah, but
second
SRN
trip.
gets held away. Nice to take down Mel, but Shopify just have the numbers. And
Oh my
Melissa
God.
has confidence aplenty. Once this one done, can't quite deal with Melissa, but it's job done again. Once they're in that post plant, it's so hard to take them out of it.
There's so many just answers for Shopify that MIBR have to keep track of. Too many variables, but I gotta say, there was again another chance. You saw Melissa's paranoia ripping across in back site there, but at that point, MIBR already knew that Shopify got off the site. So hopefully, as we progress more into this half, MIBR are gonna try to hold on to their util a little bit more and focus fire it, but at any point, Shopify can just pivot their own game plan and actually full fight the site. So mind games aplenty. They're gonna start
Okay, now
cooking
faking
here.
a fast day.
Big ult round though. This is where it gets scary. A lot of want towards those ult orbs. 3 players this time towards A as well. So
Faking a
very
fast day.
different
Are they now
look here.
gonna
Little
do a
switch
B
up.
split off the back of it?
Good to see spotted.
My eyes are down.
Tarantino keeping eyes in middle.
Alright.
Oh, we've seen this before. Does the timing work out
Wow.
this time? It does.
And
We saw
ult.
that fail last time. The
Is the
timing was
floor
off
coming
pristine.
this way?
This time they've tightened that up already, and now the pressure towards market. SRN needs to
Wow.
get out, and there's nowhere to
Oh
run.
my god. Some of the like little set play rounds they have are just unbelievable.
Sayuri and Melissa are just so behind the curve here.
The ideas
Deep smoke on towards CT. This one's really locked up. Incredibly hard to
are
work
crazy.
back into.
And just deja vu once again. I mean, both members in Sayuri and Melissa, they've got to think about, we got to save again?
Yeah, it starts feeling really uncomfortable. Floor can just back away by a little bit of time. They now need to re-clear. And I think you're right. They've got to call call this round off, right?
Maybe a save again, probably a timeout, MIBR.
And I like seeing the Shopify then just bring up that little pocket play, get that TP to spawn floor right up the guts.
It's just such an incredible set play. The three-prong attack coming through, and SRN didn't even get to shoot her gun. Nope. That's the amount of pressure she was under, coming from B main, coming from market, coming from her own spawn as well. Unsure exactly which lane she wanted a full fight, so MIBR on the defense, they've got to stabilize here and talk to each other about, hey, let's all just fight mid together. Let's just all fight B main together. Pick one or another. Don't go 50-50 in both and try to control everything.
It's actually over if Bunset becomes meta again.
Yeah, I do want to see them take a little bit of a grip into this game because we've been kind of praising MIBR for their aggression. Well,
Sunset will be, the thing is, Sunset,
especially with SRN,
if we assume, and this is an assumption on my behalf, but if we assume that at some point during the next season of VCT, there is a map rotation, right? So midway through next year, whenever it is, maybe after the second Masters again, like it was this time, right? I would assume that Sunset would be one of the maps rotating out. Let's say we get a new map plus, you know, Fracture coming back in, 2 maps go. Sunset would probably be one of the ones going out, at which point they would have time to potentially properly fix B. Again though, to me, it doesn't really need that much change. Why am I saying assume? How else would you say assume? Assume. Sorry, for you Americans. Assume. I'll say it like that if you want.
Make themselves a little more active in this. As it stands, not even going to have the hero rifle. You've got Melissa and I think Sayuri, obviously the last two who do switch it over to SRN. Okay, so hoping that maybe this round they can build in and in the right place for it, right? This could be the fight. This could be a really nice boost going through. Is he dealt with? Stun in play.
How actually do you say assume? Hold on, how do people say assume?
And unable to springboard forward.
Assume. There's no way you say fucking assume.
She's gonna be able to grab the orb.
Get
that showstopper online.
Assume.
Melissa's just trying to buy time.
You're so American. Assume.
This is really
I assume it.
You can't escape it. Floor on the hunt and Melissa falls. That should be the sight locked in the hands of Shopify.
Say soup.
Blind in her
Soup.
back pocket for the stopping power. Too risky. And MIBR again in the same position, arriving towards the site when it's already gone. This time Shopify, same game plan. Keep floor
Assume
forward,
is very British.
get back to spam.
I'm about to blow your fucking nips off, okay? I'm about to blow your nips off. Guess where I'm from?
Just got moves, just got moves.
Oh, the mouse wheel.
As well. Trade comes in, but there's that dagger in the back. Neuer, a new layer to this they hadn't seen before. Even Mel now closing in through market, adding adjustments. Denied on the wingman, couldn't depend on it for the defuse. Once again, Shopify.
Where do you see a H in assume? I must have taken it from the fucking H in herb. How the fuck do you say this word?
The map. The rotates were a little slow last round. Melissa did play this round a little too risky. If she had the blind, I could have seen the vision for sure, but her teammates were just too damn far. Making a play in A main and making a play in B main at the same time is just too greedy if you're the defenders. Shopify are just one step ahead, absolutely able to punish. They get rewarded for it. Once again, a good spread coming out here for Shopify. And Melissa, she wants to test her luck again. Blind though, she's got it.
Trolling space. It's the mid challenge though, and it almost feels process of elimination. You've got to start feeling they've got to be looking towards middle, and now that should be the signifier. It's indeed the case. Floor gets slowed down a little this time.
Another triple B split.
Finally hindered in approach and being hunted out by 3-4 players. Floor is drawing all attention here. All eyes on
Oh my
Floor,
god.
and she's still succeeding. How is she doing this? Where's the rest of Shopify? Right beside her, taken towards the site. Melissa now forced to fight
That's
forward.
got Mel.
Shopify clearing
Winnable,
house.
2v2.
Nearly taking back space towards CT at least. Melissa 2v2. Does the plant go in? It absolutely does.
Oh, the nade slightly
Neuer
missed.
staying here. They're not backing away. They're not falling away.
Oh,
Attention draws.
oh, whiff though by Neuer.
I've got them at least 2 rounds here now.
No, you should have got that.
One of those early ones on the pistols, that was theirs. Now here, finding more value and online, but It is
So again, I mean, not a bad idea. Melissa finding the second kill though, not this one. The one after.
Is that they didn't have to invest the breach ult. Actually, they didn't even
I don't
have
think
to
we're gonna
invest
see it.
any ults to be able to win that round. It was
But yeah,
just
Neuer's
the
just got to get
gunplay.
that kill. I mean, it's clean by Jelly, to be fair.
Coming out here for MIBR, and finally the trade coming out strong for the side of MIBR. So 4 huge ultimates coming online.
We are all lucky Cypher is meta on Sunset because Killer Jules mollies would make Bunset spam meta even worse.
I'm seeing a potential.
Oh, Killer Jules, MIBR. Yeah, Killer Jules.
And it's off the rip. Get Floors out of there. Get out of danger. They've all been caught. This could be devastating.
Oh!
But Mel on bodyguard
But it's
duty.
2v2.
But the rest is a slaughter. It's down to a 2v2. And look at the HP. Mel, after all of that, does... I thought she might even have gone off that one. Doesn't. But will, at least for the plant. And now you got Fluorescent taking over the role of keeping Mel safe. Plants in. Sayori does have ult. Dupes is making their way over. But Mel playing a little...
What a position.
Sneaky game here. Gotta be cautious, gotta be careful because that smoke is dissipating. Mel
And
has
saw
made this
Sayori though,
possible.
that makes it much easier to
It's all
follow.
on floor.
Because you know where
And
Sayori's probably going to be coming from, but I like Sayori taking their time.
She has no
Coming the other direction.
Where she is right now. Earlier, the neural diff did go off, but the mind game's coming through so strong.
There we go, you've heard it. Stuns up.
Well,
Sayori
the stun was good by
deal
Floor.
with
I
it.
guess Floor was probably playing for time there a
Make
bit.
it out of there.
I don't love that. I feel like he
Fluorescent
played
stays
to
alive and they get
stay
back on
silent
track.
because they
Just
got
a
no
blip of
idea
the
where he
radar
was.
now of that one round in round 8.
And Fluorescent playing that round so well. We gotta
So MIBR go for like an aggressive play. It wasn't a bad idea. It was actually quite a nice play. But just thinking that
stepping up to the plate.
they got more than they did.
Me, Mr. President, I got you.
I mean, that's just clinical from you, Floor.
And just hyping up her own teammates as well.
What a captain.
Now you're on a Nico as well.
Okay, 3 rounds.
Let me win once.
All MIBR has been able to manage thus far. We got ults coming online as well for Shopify again. 2 away for Alexis. Still got Mel's online, Floor's online. Sarah's is there. 2 off from Neuer. Sayori didn't invest theirs into that previous round. Melissa still has that TP. They clear through middle here. Maybe with that ult online for Mel, they're a bit curious about is that going to be once again sent up towards middle off the back of Fluorescent taking the space, but Jelly,
Trip.
gotta be cautious. This Floor gonna show presence towards top mid.
Sheriffs have been deadly all tournament long. MIBR need a little bit of luck on their side and some beautiful shots as well. Fluorescent is doing such a good job.
Interesting to see what they do. I mean, one way still up here.
Utility top mid and they slip away. MIBR, they've got a re-clear. Look at that wingman going across top mid. They're not sure
So again,
exactly
trying to threaten
where the
this.
bodies of Shopify are.
Now they make them think it's A with this little bit of pressure here, and then we're just all walking out B.
Could be explosive though. Smoke already.
Oh, they give it up though with.
Ren now knows the pounce is coming. And they're already taking the site. We know that Floor will get towards backside. Can anyone
Very
stop
tough
her?
against the Neon ult with Sheriffs.
Can stop Fluorescent! The one and only. Just keep it all eyes trained towards her, letting the rest of the team get the plant in, do what they need, get into that post plant. I'll take the attention. I'll take the kills. I ain't gonna stop. Does finally fall away.
That pathing is something else coming out for Fluorescent. We need to see a replay of that because she even min-maxed her ultimate there. Fully
And people
using
say
the gas
Neon
or the
isn't
speed
fun.
rather, and then procking that ult to get even more speed for herself. Beautiful work.
Fair Agent, fucking cry about it more.
For MIBR,
Fucking cry more. You don't even play the game, Tropical.
Around with those Sheriffs, but Neuer not gonna let it go either. Shopify, don't stop. This feels like this was the linchpin map, Christine. We were talking about at the start. This was the one we were looking at for MIBR to make their stand on, prove that they deserve to be standing in these finals. And there's the little watch back of Floor there, as said, min-max the whole way through.
Goodbye to you and your
Fade pathing. Each of these rounds are just giving Shopify even more confidence. MIBR, they've got to have one of those feel-good rounds come
Neon
up for them
changes
once
when?
again.
In patch
It'll be a healthy purchase.
9.11.
Only 2 more chances in
Wait.
the first half.
Patch 9.11. Neon changes.
2-1-2 setup. This is a
Never
massive
forget.
explosive play for
It's a
A.
crunch as well, straight towards elbow. Can they survive? No, they cannot. The scrutiny too high, the pressure too much, and Floor just bounding around the map.
Dan FPS.
Soren looking irrelevant as that challenger to the throne. Held on 5 kills here and being hunted down. kept away, arm's length the whole time. And another ult on top.
Sayuri can't even get close enough to pop the ult. She finally.
Thanks for the tier 1, the new tier 1. Where was I on 9/11? I was
Here's the flash, here's the push.
3 years old.
Down
Was
is
I?
Floor. Nice
Yeah.
from SRN.
So I don't know. Oh, they
Clears on
missed.
through, doesn't affect MIBR, but the counter ult now going to come in to try and clear the site. SRN wants their name
Oh,
up in
both
lights,
ults
but
missed.
Noya tries to take at least a couple of them down
Stun
with
is
her.
good.
And the 1v1, but time is ticking. Alexis on the other side draws all eyes towards her. It could be the ace for SRN. I wanted to see them do something about this, but Alexis is not allowing it. Shopify.
That's probably at home, I would assume, or some sort of daycare.
And you gotta give credit to Alexis there. Sometimes it's boring playing the breach, but look at the assists coming through double digits, and she just had arm out the entire time, setting up her teammates to find those advantageous duels, and it was just Shopify playing all their cards right, securing this round. And even if SRN has a round for herself,
Ollie
Shopify
TOV,
did
I
just
mean,
got all the
you can't
evidence.
say you've never seen Bin Laden and me in the same room. I mean, you have to get timed out for that.
Don't feel so
You just have to.
Might be 9-3 at this point,
Take
but
30.
see the money.
Think about
Not
what
in a
you
great
said.
Position for MIBR. Down to Guardians, light shields, no big ults to bring into effect. Down really in the doldrums here. This was meant to be their stand, but they've been dictated to the whole way through.
Looks like MIBR this time want to fight earlier instead of waiting around.
Let's see if they can actually pull that trigger on it, though. They've been
All
kind of
coming the
slowed
same
down,
way.
but it looks like
Stun
SRN
here
still
could
wants
kinda
to
destroy
explore
them.
that. It feels like a bit of a
Yeah, they avoided it.
feels like basically death at this point. Held back, lost any of that punch to it, but maybe Melissa checked on. Still heads up. Shopify now just like bulldozing around the map here, playing as 5 almost. Only now is Mel disconnecting from the rest. They reset this pace.
Shopify handled that mid play so well, just not giving MIBR any of the lines. Staying fully tucked.
Okay, nice
Melissa is able
play
to
by
beat the
Melissa.
rotate. She's got the trips to work
Camera
with
will
here as
see
well,
them.
but no blind, no stopping
Oh,
power.
not if you don't check it though.
Has to respect it. The site's so hard to go through. Good info. Still 2 missing. They've seen at least a couple of these players here for Shopify, and now the backup's on the
Lurk
site.
is here.
Melissa unaffected by the
Second
stun.
lurk. Gotta get the spike down
Try
though.
and take that full control, but
Gotta
actually
cross here.
MIBR want to brawl on this one. Yeah, there's the swing though. Melissa called upon, does get one. Time running low. Down to 10 seconds now. SRN up against Mel and Sarah. Tap on the spike. The time is running out here. Where's the final player?
Oh, you lost that!
Couldn't find it. Sarah with the shot. Putting Shopify
Oh.
up to 9. And MIBR are going to be gutted.
I think about it, do no schools outside America teach
Thoughts
9/11?
on my idea for a Neon nerf? Remove 100% accuracy while sliding. Make the out one more orb and you don't get another slide when you will.
MIBR, it looked like
I think that's a little harsh, to be
I mean,
honest.
Shopify were a little bit uncomfortable outside that B main, but
went this side.
great response coming out here for Noya. SRN once again almost.
No, I mean,
finding
I
a
didn't
round
get
for
taught
her
about
team.
9/11 because we were just alive when it happened. So I think it was just kind of seen as like, you know, we didn't really do much about. You learn about World War II. Look who it is.
We have a Buzz in the house. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. So, guys, I know that you have been posting pictures about your travels in Berlin, right? How are you liking it so far?
I mean, the streets are beautiful and the people are so good. I'm enjoying Berlin so far, so I love this city.
What about you, Stack?
Yeah, same like Buzz. Yeah, I love this Berlin EU. Incredible.
And so far,
I can't say I agree, to be honest. I think Berlin is pretty fucking mid.
What's it looking like?
I'm rooting for SR, and they're a super great team, and I think they're gonna win.
What about you, Stack?
Yeah, me either. With the Shopify. Yeah, I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, and I think everybody's been talking about Fluorescent. I mean, Buzz, as a duelist yourself, why do you think Floor is like so good at what she does?
I mean,
Berlin has
she's
great
killing
bubble tea.
everybody.
Why do I hate
Yeah.
Berlin so much? I don't hate it.
Yeah,
Hate is
she's
far
not
too
dying.
strong.
She's killing everybody. She's rushing into the side and killing everybody.
I just think it's kind of just like,
proves why her
you know,
is the best,
mid. It's just
in
like
this
whatever.
tournament. So
Yeah.
I think she's got it.
Yeah. What about you, Stack?
Yes,
I don't know why she's
every
goated
time
coming
I
from
wake up
Buzz,
in
maybe.
Korea, and I every time I watch the pro set is the highlight, and it's so incredible. She's mechanically skilled also. Every time I watch them, and I learn also. So yeah, it's so amazing.
She's all over your feed.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, it's like floor, floor, floor. Does that mean that you guys are also both voting floor MVP?
Yep. Of course.
And what is your prediction for the scoreline right now for SR and MIBR? What do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be 3-0 for SR.
3-0? Oh, what about you, Stacks?
In my head, 3-0, but I want to see in my heart, 3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, for SR.
Going for game 5. Ooh, very interesting predictions, but we'll see what happens when we get back into the game. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you.
I love seeing. I love seeing Buzz and Stacks. And look, you just got, Floor just got approval from Buzz. That's a pretty big tick in the box. That's pretty good.
That's huge.
And yeah, I'm starting to think that.
Will T1 be any good?
More likely. We were unsure.
Will T1 be good?
Fourth in the whole way through, but 3 rounds ain't much for MIBR, Christine.
I have my doubts.
They gotta work it out, and it's gotta start now.
Yeah, it's terrifying for sure. At least for MIBR, they get to be the attack side of things. SRN felt a little bit held back on the defense with their set pieces. Now SRN get to pick her own timing, demand her own pace, and expecting SRN to be a lot more exposed.
Limbo, thanks for the 9 months.
That Jules is taking the role of Noya.
Been loving the descent into madness in the vids recently.
Hasn't been as mad recently. I descend into madness really when I've got more time. Obviously when I'm streaming and doing videos the same day, I don't have as much time to go full crazy.
Don't seem too phased on Shopify.
Okay, they break the trip, so their reaction is to push. Problem is they're about to...
Yeah, you do 3, 2, 1, and they walk it. They're just trying to add insult to injury, but it's Jelly again. Jelly and these pistols has been a cut above the rest. Alexis on the chopping block now. A 1v3 is a lot. And Melissa ain't letting that slip. No, not at all. Okay, MIBR.
Okay, so you just get caught out in your reaction here. Bit of a... I don't know if there's an anti-strat of protocols or something, you know, that this trip breaks and then it seems like our reaction is to double push this. Perhaps thinking this is the team, but unfortunately it was just one player breaking the trip. You run into the team instead.
They don't want to mess around on the second round. No stingers in sight.
Round.
Noya just communication across the board, letting each other know, hey, let's not give our opponents any inch back into this.
The guy from the Gecko, why was that in my video? I just thought it was funny. I was just like, I need a clip from Throw City that like, you know, explains that golds aren't good at the game, and I just thought that clip was funny enough. I don't know what rank you are, but
Jelly. Yep, okay, just
why do they push through smoke? Because they're... It's just their pro... I mean, you could say, would you smoke it off if you're going to push? That's fair enough, but clearly their protocol when this trip breaks in that pistol round is to push the extremities, both sides.
And during all of this, Mel and Noya have just been hanging out, trying to create a trap for their own.
I'm Ascendant, not Gold? Yeah, but it was funny. The point is that the clip is funny.
We've got a Shorty and a Bucky on the other side. MIBR doing well here, being patient, waiting to regroup. Oh boy.
Oh god. 30 seconds left. Smoking a paranoia still as well for Mel. Switch over to the classic. Wanted that ghost. Melissa gonna take her down. So this should be green light towards the A side. Should be able to get a pretty fair plant.
I mean, it's a 3v3, but they should be fine.
See too much to deny it. It's still just the Bucky and 2 classic. So
planted.
Hopefully nothing else goes wrong here for MIBR. This should be 3 standing.
Yeah, I think we're in for the full 30 seconds here. Shopify should try to die to the spike themselves, and maybe Alexis will burn the fault line to try to get Sarah a kill, but they're going.
Shock
I mean, and you can see why. It was a pretty decent concept towards clearing that default player on the back of the side, but Jellybanks is there. Yeah, that was nice.
I don't love the idea of all 3 separating when you're on a Nico.
kind of with you though. I'm surprised they went
Just
for that,
stick
but
together.
made a go of it. Didn't work out.
Why are we all taking once?
Usually you don't want Jelly to be so close to the ultimate. As you see, just one orb away on the bonus as well. So for MIBR, they've got a huge way back into just dominating such a huge round for themselves. Really deja vu coming here from map 1, where MIBR have turned things around in the second half with this pistol. We'll see if they can get another incredible bonus under their belt, but this is exactly what you need to try to get back into this map. MIBR, they want this B main orb, and Shopify, they've got an inkling. Another high-low setup.
Like the early boombot there, just to be cautious. Quick work
Okay,
on
little
middle,
3-1-1. They don't have to pop this if they don't want.
That's the online. It's big to bring into this round.
Jubes can hear that sound cue, can identify that that was the Neon.
Okay, but again, Melissa.
Around.
Ball coming up here.
Good pressure, good role playing here coming out for Jubes. Look at the setup for Noya. She just wants to control spawn. She knows that SRN consistently pushes.
But Noya does lean a little further ahead.
Ooh, both trips.
Paranoia. Noya's got Sayori. That's one place to catch off here. Does make that utility now a little bit trickier to maybe hold into the post-plant. Mel gets cleared. That was so clean. Big info off the dart.
That got a kill.
Alexis takes away Melissa. That's denied the plant. Now time's up in the air. A 3v3 here. Sarah cleared. SRN so sharp.
Losable.
Jelly as well starting to fire up here. Fluorescent.
Nice try, but
almost.
Get back on an eco with losable.
The slides are so strong. Fluorescent plays this Neon so well. 17 kills for her, but Jubes was feeling good. That's her second kill.
So again, I mean,
just close things out.
These kind of setups,
and you've got to love
not a fan, especially when particularly this very team exploited Zipto doing this over and over again. This kind of setup.
Reads coming through here for both squads, and
you know, Melissa is more than willing to walk up here.
Feeling good.
Look, we
if you don't show anything, Melissa will walk up here and call the team here.
But it was always Jelly, the second line down, right? Yeah. And they are having
give up a lot of space.
Good game here.
This is so similar to
well,
map
like Cypher
1
setups on B just make
exactly
a lot more sense because you can hold the backside.
This time though, Shopify are a lot broker.
I know you're not going to do that every round, but like crucial rounds,
that's a gamble stack.
I would.
Good fault line.
Although that Bucky can still do enough. I want to control. This is an absolute crunch here. Ow. The Bucky again, so deadly, and now they want some more. Sarah, back to back damage.
This is literally exactly what happened last game, right? It was 9-3 into MIBR winning pistol and bonus second half, into then losing an eco. This is exactly the same. Right, scriptwriter is getting lazy.
They were getting flanked, but what a round! Shopify are just so deadly. Fault line lands. You've got a floor running into your
Why
face.
is this guy no vision playing Cypher? Come on, that's a great line.
It's just, again, same scenario as map 1. As soon as MIBR find some footing, find that round that they were looking for, what they were working for the entire half, and Shopify just have another response right after.
Yeah. Watching this.
Okay.
What's it like to be talented? What's it like?
Yeah, I gotta ask Fluorescent after this. She's having too much fun in that server.
She's having a game.
Okay, now an eco for MIBR after winning a bonus. That feels bad.
Baby, right? Can they instantly get back in? SRN wants to file it underneath her. Sarah under pressure, still trying to stay alive, still gets the info, still gets the kill. Put to bed by Jelly, but Jelly now in a real predicament here. Gets to keep her life and gets to move on towards the site. Noya trying to
once again, I'm asking to give Floor a knife
not
patch.
giving up back pillar. Wingman not going to check her on the first time. And Noya trying to be set into motion, and she
wow, the stun to get back in the smoke. Wow.
Back on this site.
Nice shit.
MIBR dazed and confused, and Shopify up to 11.
Noya handled that round so perfectly. The patience. I mean, you could tell she was waiting for some sort of util. Either coming from Alexis, it happened to be off the back of Fluorescent stun. As soon as it comes
Why is everyone not using Wingman's plan? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Gecko did have the spike there, so.
And that is terrifying if you're the attacker. I mean, the whole time Noya was weak side. She was solo, but
although I don't mind using Wingman more kind of as a boom bot.
Attacker's eyes, they can't get the space they want.
I'm perfect.
True.
True. Also true. Timeout for MIBR.
Feeling the MIBR. Tough one. And I think this is where mental wise, and this is the thing, right? I think that last year SR, you know, they struggled in that grand final. It was close and it was tense. They also did have the crowd against them, which I think made a difference as well. But I think there was a nervousness still to them. Look, there he is. Mr. Derek. What does Durka even mean? Yeah, the IGL also had COVID, that's true. Whereas this year, like now they just feel like it feels like MIBR. You know, this is like the classic of like, you know, the contender versus the team that, you know, already knows that this is like playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. You know, you just feel like you're not gonna win.
But
like no matter what you do,
like
they're probably gonna win.
She's used to. Shopify are doing such a good job at not allowing those incredible multi-kills that she's been showing us all tournament long. Fluorescent wants to get really aggressive on this angle. She's all alone, but she's got that stun and the slide to be able to back away if she needs to. Good ping coming out here from Sarah. Timing. The shoulder.
Continues forward, clears through by tiles.
See her.
Oh.
The timing.
And actually wants to hunt this down. Floor. Yep. So
Literal
perfect.
solo hunting.
The way
This is
she approaches
crazy.
This game, looking to get another one, does get outdone. MIBR dealing with that threat, and they're trying to split right through spawn. But that's gonna be a lot of information. Jellykin's gonna be powering forward here. Big info, but they got to
Get the
evacuate.
kill.
They're still trying to stand
What
their
a stun.
ground. Mel holding this down. The paranoia very good. Now takes the space behind it. I like that confidence.
Cypher free kill.
Bravado. Sarah trying to play them in here.
Oh,
nice
what?
little chip damage to Jelly. Alexis still alive. And Jelly being the hero MIBR needed in these moments. But Alexis can still turn this around. But a 1v3 not gonna happen. Jelly
was
this
that
time
shot?
in my mind. Sayuri by their side. Really
Flo just has to
stepping up.
try and... I mean, it's a tough one because you don't know how close they are in mid, but I think continuing to go forward there...
Push through A. It demanded MIBR respond and make that B split happen.
Kind of actually got exactly what they wanted, which was MIBR probably thought that this is multiple people. You know, they probably thought that that's like 3 people.
Jelly coming up huge.
And thought that they had to just sprint to B. The rest of SR probably have to win that round, honestly. Obviously, the Cypher didn't help.
Damage to Sarah, but at least it allows MIBR to get in those back lines.
Okay, Floor with an ult this time. Has an ult as well.
Back online. And MIBR, they want to go force the issue towards this mid. Spike is down in their spawn, so this is a round where MIBR will probably just bluff this forward area, try to cut the line of this market. Got to handle this operator well.
Oh.
Oh, Floor, can you get away from this one? Absolutely, and actually Sarah from as far as possible, looking for a connection, not going to get it actually. And they managed to stem at least a little bit of that pressure coming back in. Levy. Now Floor looks to try and control from back pillar, gets a little further ahead, wants to re-clear towards market, spots a player. It's a bit of a glance towards
Just using the time of the cage.
Main, they've still got a good
That's
idea
crazy.
of what's coming their way. Still a little paranoid about middle, but a pixel spotted and a player deleted. Floor still in control, gets dealt with. SRN trying to heat up for Sarah with the effective trade. But when Jelly stands, there's still a chance for MIBR. But a 2v3 now has numbers against them. Jelly goes down, and it's all in one. Alexis and Mel going to be challenged. Tubes
Did Mel cancel?
would love a pick here, bring it down to a 1v1, but didn't quite clear deep enough on that. Goes for the plant, and look who's creeping closer. Shopify taken, no risk, no chance.
Okay, it's 12 for
They're
SR.
gonna be taking another round. Christine, I think we're seeing how this one's going.
It's tough.
This is Shopify in full effect.
Full effect indeed, and you even got to appreciate the way that Alexis played that last round, right? Just tucking in, not allowing MIBR anything, and that teamwork, that mid-maxing, those fundamentals is exactly why Shopify haven't dropped a single map this entire tournament. Flawless.
Not looking good. If only G2 didn't collapse.
23
yeah.
and 13. Look at the assists on the side.
Thing is, SRN as well has mostly been shut down.
16 on the breach. Such powerful initiators on the side for Shopify.
We go again. MIBR.
Is that more of a full B retake?
You know
with
this was your
Breach
map to try and stand tall on. And that's what you needed. Melissa with a good start.
Terrible.
Takes away Mel.
I'm going to say terrible. It is terrible by Mel. We're playing full B retake. You can't just swing out and die here on your own. Especially as a fucking controller.
No smokes on the board for that stopping power. Love this reaggress coming through here for Fluorescent. This should give a lot more freedom for Alexis. She's going to be able to assist and do that cross-map help for Noya. And
that helps.
What a correction for Floor.
Starting to feel out the game, starting to feel that confidence. If you start feeling untouchable, and that's a scary prospect when you're adding into the occasion. It's Floor doing that. Alexis now clearing mid. The pieces are falling here. Sarah gets a catch on towards SRN. Jelly, the hero of MIBR, the one who's found their footing in these finals, is only on 11 HP. As Sarah looking to clear house, it's all down to Sayuri to try and make a stand. Surrounded
GG.
and put to bed. It's
What's the next tournament I'm going to stream? We'll be doing Red Bull Home Ground, I hope. In fact, actually, that's a good point. You reminded me, I need to message about doing Red Bull Home Ground. Message Jimothy right now. Ready for a long evening with a reverse sweep? It feels pretty unlikely right now, I won't lie. But you never know. You never know. When's the next podcast? We'll have to see. What shall we do in the meantime? I want to do a history bunker. Who's the first president? George Washington. What year did World War I start? 1914. Which of these scientists first formulated the laws of gravity? Newton. Which of Henry VIII's wives gave birth to Elizabeth I? I think that was Anne Boleyn. Which year did the Titanic sink? 1912. What name has been shared by most popes? There's been quite a lot of Gregories. The most popes. I think there's been quite a lot of Gregories and Benedicts. But I don't know. John Trust says Keck was spammer. Okay, John Trust. It was, to be fair, Keck was spammer. Fair enough to you. Didn't know that. Which of these artists died in the 19th century? Was Van Gogh the 19th century? That's 18 something something. And Dark OG with 5 more gifted. 5 more gifted. Right, Vermeer sounds Dutch. The Dutch stuff is like in the 1600s, I think, right? 16s. So I doubt it's him. Picasso is not. Picasso sounds there's the thing of when you're growing up you think Picasso lived in like the 1600s but actually he died in like 19 fucking 70 something. So it has to be A or B. When did Van Gogh die? Fuck it. It is Van Gogh. What country was Hitler born? Austria. In which city was Kennedy assassinated? Dallas. Which hurricane devastated... How is this far down? Katrina. How many of you were born after Hurricane Katrina. I remember watching that. That's actually probably one of the first things I remember watching on the news. Was Hurricane Katrina. Like, in terms of, like, big events, I remember both the Boxing Day tsunamis and Katrina. Those were probably the first. I don't remember 9/11. Those are the first, like, events that I remember on the news, I think, that were non-sport related. Which of these countries fought in the Korean War? Ooh, now that is a good question. Who would fight in the Korean War? It won't be Germany, surely. Germany would have had barely any military. So, I mean, it could be. I don't know the answer to this. I would think France is the most likely answer. Just because Spain are like a mostly neutral country anyway. Why would they give a shit? Germany, it won't be. It could be Italy, I suppose, but that would be a bit weirder. So I'll go France. It is France. What ancient Peruvian civilization built the mountain city called Machu Picchu? Right. Oh, fuck, I have time! Time! Inca, fuck! Who was the one who got assassinated? I think it's Spencer Percival. Right, okay. I didn't realize about the time. Okay. I know this is Liberia. Okay, so I'm doing this again, and I'm getting 15. Okay, I'm getting 15. George Washington, 1914. Newton. Anne Boleyn, 1912. John. Van Gogh. Austria. Dallas. Katrina. France. Inca. Spencer Percival. Liberia. And who was the first person to receive honorary US citizenship? Ooh, what a question. It can't be Thatcher. It literally cannot be Thatcher. Too late. There's no way. There's no fucking way. William Penn is what I think Pennsylvania is named after. So it would make sense if William Penn was given honorary US citizenship. However, would they even think about doing that? Why wouldn't William Penn also have just been given citizenship straight away? Like, you know, George Washington, like, you know, anyone. Maybe, I guess, if he wasn't born there. But surely people who weren't born there. And that's the thing. That's a tough one. I don't know. Mother Teresa would make some sense. You know, if Mother Teresa wasn't a bad person. But, you know, we'll sweep that under the rug. Like everyone else. And Churchill also obviously would make some sense. But my guess would be William Penn. And it wasn't William Penn. Is it fucking Mother Teresa? Why is Mother Teresa a bad person? Well, let's start with this, right? Why is Mother Teresa a bad person? Because, and look, this depends on exactly, I guess, what you believe. But trying to convince people that they can be healed of medical ailments through miracles of God. You know, it's like asking why are mediums bad people? I guess it depends on what you believe, but I would say that all mediums are bad people because they're exploiting the hopes and beliefs of often vulnerable people. But I'm pretty sure Mother Teresa also did some Mother Teresa. Let's try it in controversy. Conversion. Some critics accuse her of trying to convert her patients to Christianity. Some say that Mother Teresa's clinics lacked proper medical care, nutrition, and pain medication. Chris cites her relationship with controversial figures such as Haitian dictator, disgraced financier. Some say that Mother Teresa misallocated millions of dollars donated by well-wishers, investing in the Vatican Bank instead of improving the lives of the poor. Mother Teresa was strongly opposed to abortion and contraception, which some say make the suffering of the poor worse. Some in Kolkata, the city Mother Teresa devoted her life to helping, say that her focus on the impoverished amounted to urban character assassination. Some say that Mother Teresa promoted her efforts to a global media, eager for heroes. Some say that Mother Teresa claimed virtue in suffering rather than tried to alleviate it. Generative AI is experimental. Thanks for the 100 bits. I mean, I have to know now as well. Who was the first person to receive? What is it? Honorary U.S. Honorary. It was fucking. It wasn't even Mother Teresa. It was fucking Churchill. Well, unlucky.
Performance last year in the grand final. She's on course to even maybe beating.
Would Mother Teresa vote Trump or Kamala?
So for MIBR, they gotta show up. They gotta be able to deal with
don't
it.
want to know.
What do you make of this call?
I mean, this is nothing too surprising here. The real difference is going to be Jet versus Neon. We know Fluorescent dominates on that Neon. And
but definitely
for
Trump.
SRN, that going for the Jet enables them to get more of these opening fights going their way. Fluorescent was crushing back on Sunset, and that has to change or it's an easy 3-0 for Shop.
Yeah, on the first map we saw there on Pearl, that one of the solutions that the coach gave after that second timeout was putting SRN on the attacking up. It's something that they needed to do just because of how proactive Shopify Rebellion were being. They needed to give even more props to that first duel going on their way. But even with that, Shopify Rebellion was able to convert a third of their 4v5s.
Well, here we go. The tournament life of MIBR is on the line here. They have to win if they want a shot at that trophy. Perhaps not for the last time in this tournament. Let's toss it over to Pots and Pans.
We'll see, won't we? This is what it comes down to. Map 3.
Why? I mean, I get the anti-abortion thing. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but here we go. Because I'm probably none of you are anti-contraception. This is just something that I don't understand anti-contraception. I don't really... what's the argument for it? What do I mean? I mean that at least if you're pro-life, like, okay, you think that the baby is alive. Like, okay, you know, I don't agree with that, but okay, that's at least an argument I can understand. I don't understand being anti-contraception.
Dodged the util, dodged all of it. So far so good until then, revealed and shown, but a lovely swing in unison. Takes away Neuer. Alexis, back-to-back impact. Big round for MIBR. Explosive.
Sexist for procreation, not for fun.
That's exactly the start you're looking for. Coming through in the third. SRN, the player.
Like, what kind of incel philosophy is that, though?
And that's the confidence you need in your duelist player to start and set the tone. We saw it on map 1 from Fluorescent, finding those 3. And it's up to
But couldn't I just say, well, if you think that, why would God make sex fun if it wasn't for fun?
A good game from them. Maybe that's enough, right?
What's the answer to that?
First, like, couple stepping stones, you start getting
Like, why didn't God just make it fucking, you know, like doing taxes?
4-1 stack. So I guess all eyes down towards A. And how far do they pressure this?
Gotta slow down.
Gotta back away and play your life here. Gotta be a bit cautious. Now, relaying the information should be Neuer. There's no surprises as to what's happening, but Neuer needs to hold
God didn't
space.
make taxes?
Again, though, it is classics and one share.
How do you know?
Yeah, both teams
Isn't
just
God
kinda
all-knowing?
agreeing to grab the A orb,
Isn't God
and for the
all
attackers, grab the C orb. You said it, Lord,
omnipotent?
right off that info, as soon as Jubes felt that pressure, they just quickly react and hit the C site. But you know, reacting that fast.
Look,
for
I don't
MIBR,
know.
That's what you want to see.
I'm not a religious expert by any means. Unsung G, thanks for the 9 months.
These kinds of discussions are what I sub for.
Ever get costly? That's the interesting one because they
You're actually going for this.
Here.
No,
There's
you're
two
not.
rifles.
No, they just want to die to the spike here. Shopify this time.
Right call as well.
Am I an atheist? I like to say that we're all agnostic.
Guys, can we talk about GE's super team that will have TMV joiled up instead? Hashtag let's get freaky.
Try and deny as much as possible.
You'd love to see it when you're clean, even on a lost round that you.
After this fiasco ends, I get to watch Browns at Saints End in 0:3 masterclass in
Oh, you think the Saints will win?
Fuck my life. Can we PLS skip to end already?
Podankon! Is that how you say that?
And it's tense on that stage right now, Lauren.
Thank you for the new Prime.
So much pressure on the backs of MIBR so far, and they've been peaking right at the right time all tournament long. So this third map, this bonus, it's gonna be everything.
And Dark OG, subbing yourself. Or gifting a sub, probably more likely. Yeah, you gave out one sub. Sometimes it comes up with just your name though. But thank you.
So can't stick around too long. Can't be the main one forward here. Needs a little bit of help for the follow-up. Jelly next in line.
Yes, I need a win. Nice flash.
I just want the gold cap remote. Thank you.
Almost puts life on the line for the trade, and
No
Alexis
problem.
gets to live, but traded ineffectively again. Sarah now picking up the mantle. Mel's
Woo!
on the site, and Mel is in control.
The way that Shopify handled this round was a thing of beauty. Each player stepping up as another falls back. The high fives coming across the board, the bait and switches, and the crossfire standing strong. That's what allows all the flutters to arrive in time. And Mel, just to clean up and help Sarah hold on to this site. It's a beautiful thing to see, and if you're MIBR, you want to be ready for that high peak. I mean, for Fluorescent, it was a little bit too easy. Sure, she did take a lot of damage, but she just hurt.
Okay, big round. We got a Bulldog on Alexis, but everyone else with guns.
Everything you want if you're Fluorescent.
Gonna be just an A hit again.
As well. Those orbs are getting
Tropical, don't worry, Derek Carr is back in week 1 to 2 form. Saints go 7 to 10. Victory hand. Dollar bills face.
Ainsley, thanks for the 3 months.
Very active in the middle.
Love you, TMV.
Trying to find
Thank
that
you,
cypher
Ainsley.
cam, but it's not there.
Right here.
Oh.
Side of things. What a
Got a
read,
TP.
Melissa.
Yeah. Mel v Mel. Oh, okay, Sayuri wins in the end. Okay, it's fine. I thought there was a world where that went a little bit wrong, but they're already towards the A side. This is massive. SRN taking so much space. Just so much bravado.
Sarah lives and gets a kill?
But Neuer and Sarah still finding play.
What?
What is that from Fluorescent? How is she winning that fight? Can't get
Sayuri!
the one. Secure
I mean, this
round
is
for
fucking
MIBR
chaotic.
here.
These trades are so back and forth on this A site. This time around, MIBR didn't get picked early.
No M, thanks for the 8 months.
Had that read down in that
Number
short A was
15 Burger
everything for
King foot
Shopify. But
lettuce.
even then, that flood, the way that Shopify are so ride or die for each other, made this hit look so just tough for MIBR. But Sayuri stepping up huge with the double kill there. Let's go, Capitan!
No, you need that as well, right? That's a
Hey, Floor's got
big
Neon
confidence
ult.
builder. Floor got ult, the rest down to Stinger's Classics, a Guardian and a Sheriff on the other side. You're looking at a good purchase here. 1 away from Jelly's ult, 2 away from SRN's.
If you're Alexis here, you just want to tee up Fluorescent for a kill,
Oh.
and here she goes! But she takes too much damage.
Yeah,
They
now
seemed
you
ready. There were so many bodies in middle.
wonder
for
about
That
that ult as well. You push deep down C with Neuer. You've got a Guardian, not best angle for this for a Guardian.
Maybe rip her blind for a second fight, but she chooses to kind of get back a little bit, wants to work off this Cypher trip.
Cover going out.
All the while, Sarah's trying to get that information, see if anyone's got that A main control, but that
They're coming back to A, but if they destroy this trip in Garage,
exactly where that Sova is.
oh,
Good
but
map
they've
control
read it.
coming through here for MIBR.
But a good read from Shopify.
They've read it, and you see the Jet.
Dart,
See Jet breach, you know.
It's too much information.
That's wild.
And now what though? They just go back to B? That might have cost them, obviously.
She hears everything.
So much sound cues.
Send assistance. They're coming. Oh, maybe she doesn't.
Oh my god.
Noya holds the line.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Clean ace coming out here for Noya. The crosshair placement, the steadiness, all of it just executed perfectly. And damn, my goodness. Hey, if you're MIBR, you're wondering, why is no one shooting that dart? That long aim? Somebody,
that's twice now, right? We had a reveal earlier on. Yeah, Mel's reacted how we are. Look at that. You've got to be pumped up. That's unreal. We haven't had many aces to stand out in a server like this. That's something special. But MIBR should be fuming about that round. That dart was the start and end of that for them. That was not good enough.
Certainly not good enough, and now MIBR are punished to just pistols.
Okay, you're gonna get the
SRN,
the
she's gonna go in and pop the knife. She's got the rolling thunder in the back of Jelly to be able to maybe make a movie for herself. But Fluorescent's been looking for this camera all half long, and she's determined to get it.
Hey, here come those steps. A
We're
preemptive
still a little
stun.
early.
Sent away, but it's Mel tucked in towards quad. You're gonna have Alexis on the back of the site with a flash coming in, a quick
Number
execution,
one.
but it's
Mel
straight
needs
out.
to
Mel
get another.
still tries to hold the ground, but here
maybe not.
comes the cavalry. Fluorescent clears house with Sarah, and the last player is found. This is a comprehensive hold here, Christine. I'm starting to get a bit worried now. These rounds have felt very momentum swingy. They're really bringing back the game in this 5th and 6th round here.
Yeah, that perimeter is just so secure for Shopify, allowing all these floods to consistently come through. Even when Fluorescent starts the round in Garage, she's showing up in A site in the nick of time with her speed, sliding through, flooding through, and just reinforcing that A defense.
So I'm looking at MIBR. What else do we have? Rolling Thunder with Jelly, got the TP with Sayori, and we still have a bye, right? This has to be big. This has to be a big round for them. Mel spotted early, and they're pressuring Garage really heavily.
Yeah, that's good pressure. I think they were surprised that they actually got the
Finicil, thanks for the 8 months.
Ezra hears this camera, wants to get it taken care of. Lucky that Alexis didn't peek there.
Similar scenes almost on both sides, right? Try and take that early
Can you
util
break that
out,
cypher cam
stake a
on
bit
A?
of claim, allow those question
Still do
marks
have
to
drone
develop.
here with
This
Melissa.
crossfire from Mel and Noya. It's gonna be so
Drone comes
deadly.
out on A, sees no one, so our MIBR gonna drift
Chosen
back.
correct here. They don't want to mess with it. Going back, this is still that deja vu. Melissa this time wants to use the drone for info, but this sound cue is going to alert all of the defenders.
Well, they make noise and keep going.
Again, the audio cues, they might be sent home in a matchbox here. Fluorescent actually not going to connect. There's plenty of targets, and SRN is on the hunt, controlling to back of sight. They have secured so much space, and they wanted to draw blood. Sarah gets to live and doesn't get punished on the Bucky. Oh my gosh, hold on. Floor, thought she had it there, not to be.
Floor kind of 1 HP here.
And now we're in that 5v5, I mean.
Just getting exchange here. Good delay coming out for Jelly, but
That's gonna
already
TP past the
drill
trip.
being down. It's going to allow an opening for Shopify. They're just biding their time, counting down 3, 2, 1. They want to bait out some more.
This shorty is still rattling off shots back here. You can see SRM waiting for anyone to make a step
flame from
closer.
Mel.
This will wait on the paranoid's got in. It's time to go now. Mel with a sharp shot towards Sayori, and suddenly Alexis now pounces, trying to clear on out, trying
that
to
with Mel,
hold
though.
this down. Is Melissa though digging
And
in deep,
Flo
finding
kinda wasn't
security.
ever in the
And
ring.
that might be enough. SRM
What a shot.
brings Fluorescent back down to earth. Ooh, that's a brave move. If you're gonna shoot a body, I don't know if I'd pick Floor.
Hey, that's a big scalp to take
Yeah,
down.
go for it.
Not only did she take Floor down, but she also ripped the operator right out of her hands,
True,
picks it up for herself as well, and this is a huge swing round in round 8 coming up.
Probably
here,
needed to
Lauren. I mean,
swap the up over, but Floor
so far
taking
we've
that
seen
damage again,
MIBR
just
going
sometimes.
towards that A multiple times, and it's been
Instead of looking
Shopify
for a
with the
random
flood,
no-scope
able to
clip,
respond, but
sometimes you
finally,
just gotta
MIBR
play for the
find the
team.
opening that they
Give
want.
your up to
And I
someone
love seeing
else,
that from Melissa, who wasn't
have
really
full
getting into
HP
the
and be
game
able
yet,
to
being a
enter
little
for
bit
your
cold from
team.
the start, but now that was a big round, denying that flank, keeping control. Uh-oh, speaking of keeping control here, Floor is on the hunt. Maybe not.
But sometimes I do think
that
that upping with the neon is a nerf.
And the response, get over towards C.
Oh, she stuck it. She stuck it, and she got hit by the camera. Noya.
What a
Noya
play.
just knew what was up. Looks cool under pressure. Calm,
Oh.
but gets caught. SRN
Soren just literal don't give a fuck.
So aggressive. Noya for sure thought no one would be pushing through that own cage, but SRN, beautiful equalizer. This should be the spike down.
Oh, and they went for that flank again. It wasn't there. Mel just way too early here. Trying to TP past that trip. Just didn't, they hadn't even planted yet.
Right? But positions all noted. You got SRN holding the line. That's a big stun though. Actually, SRN is trying to fall away from this floor, is already taking the space over towards Plat. Dealt with by Melissa again, holding this line. Melissa getting valuable kills here. And even if you know where SRN is, you can't seem to clear.
Okay, we might get our first SR. FSR taking a timeout? I don't think so.
This is nice from MIBR. They need a couple of these. Build that confidence. Oh my god, Alexis. There's no time, surely. Now get away with the
Yeah, sometimes I think these are actually nerfs for this kind of comp.
And the ultimate in her back pocket, that's actually a huge deal coming through here for Shopify. We talked about what a huge swing round this was coming into the round and how broke
I mean, a great start by Noya. Honestly, this is unlucky because this is just a play. Like SRN's kind of trolling there, like should be punished for that.
I love the reaction coming through for Melissa. As soon as, rather Sayuri, as soon as she got pushed off that A main, she just ripped her ult towards the weak side of.
So this is the first time MIBR have had a bit of a lead in a game. You've now just got an op and an eco behind it, so not great.
Yeah, go on and win MIBR. Just give me some hope and lose anyway, you fraudess. Why wasting my time?
Bruh, this is your team, Tropical. Look at this guy. Only a Saints fan could do this. I agree, hashtag nerf chamber. Jesus, Tropical.
He's just reinforcing. They've got actually a huge ultimate. That operator does get passed around over towards Fluorescent.
We got a Bucky, a Sheriff and Noya, but it's not great. Obviously, on the off.
Does not want to allow MIBR any sort of space, but MIBR there wanting to sniff towards this front.
Something goes for another up as well.
See how this starts.
Insta fault line. No one broke the dart. They're going to allow Fluorescent to stay inserted on the deep line and just leave her. You can see Sarah already on the move. Going to reinforce this B site.
Go. Forward, Sayuri taking the steps here. You can see who's watching the back.
Nice. Good awareness. Good play.
That just takes the wind
Tap,
out of
coming
SR
back,
sails there.
That'd be
Floor
crazy
going down,
cool.
it was kind of the main piece that they were trying to play in. Don't get what they want. And
What a nice round off the timeout by MIBR.
You're starting to see some clever set pieces coming out here for MIBR. SRN
If they just come back B now, this would be fucking crazy.
Wait for a sniffer, wait for a re-aggressor.
Oh my god.
Able to capitalize. Mel is under
What a
so
good
much
understanding.
Pressure,
What a
look at
great
what
round.
is in for back pocket, a Bucky. If I'm MIBR pivot and actually do a garage split here, things could get really dicey, but they decide to go towards this B.
Okay. Just trying to find out.
That's a crazy round by MIBR.
And SRN's cleared. Everything's looking good. Tick in the box. Spikes down. Bucky could have been dangerous. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. And there's the shot in the backs. SRN. Nice control here. Oh, nice from Jelly too. I mean, we're starting to see these two really warm in here. This is fantastic and good for Jelly too to get that ult very close by.
Yeah, she wants this kill. She wants to be one orb closer, and there she is.
Love off another breach ult.
We've already seen from MIBR as well that long C control forcing this orb collection. We'll see if Shopify have some sort of trap ready for them, but just one ult orb away. Last time around, Jelly able to just coolly run it down towards A site with a nice set piece and that breach ult in tow. So see if they pivot and go back towards that A, or if they actually even want the orb for themselves, because it doesn't look like they're going that way. Dodge the fault line.
Very nice. Now gets play.
So close.
Yeah, rattles off the shot, but Floor's stuck in that corner here.
Okay, this
but
time
we
you
can
got
see
Mel
where
in
MIBR
here
are
on B.
actually looking to go towards.
So a bit of a change in setup. I
How
like it.
quickly SRN is reacting just right
Especially
after
with the trip
shot,
still
she
here.
walks away, knife out for the speed.
Especially with Alexis doing that as well. It all seems the same.
Shopify, they're ready.
Yeah, looking at Mel to be the one to be rewarded this time. How much can she get? Paranoia there. Smoke now back up, gets the first. Spike goes down, quick TP. And a little bit of stall from Alexis as well. In support. Denies that quick pounce back, but they at least get the spike and they can heal
Ball's
away.
going walking.
Where
This
do they
could
go?
be...
You go towards A. Look who's waiting. Here in the steps. You gotta look at floor here, morning, noon, and night. You know the floor will get you impact. And back to back. So damn good. Almost at the
Really nice. Really great call. I mean, we've seen a couple of good rounds in a row there. Great call by... Great initial setup. Making it all look the same as it was before, right? Like, oh, off this timeout, guys. We've got 3 people here on A. Like, oh, yeah, this is what we talked about after timeout. Let's go win A. So you guys just come in B, call the same round that you did before. And that's just so funny.
And the finesse to finish it out for Fluorescent, making her opponents think that she recrossed back on the line, but on the off angle once again.
So now we got both breach ults.
Beautiful stuff coming out here for Shopify.
This time we're gonna
that was a
walk down
huge
mid.
round to win. MIBR. Jelly's still been holding on to this breach ultimate.
So again,
this
just
time,
making it look pretty similar.
Towards C. Oh, mid walk. The camera though.
So again, they're making it look exactly the same,
It's not in this area this time.
but it's a different round.
Ooh, that mouse jump. Flora needs a new mouse. Maybe she does.
Maybe
it.
don't. No, we don't.
Switch
If
it.
no, it's good. For the first time in her life, Potter is incorrect. Noya, though, next on the chopping block, but stands tall. Takes away SRN, and they're now falling. Look at this! Unbridled aggression! Flying! Fluorescent rips him to shreds!
You see Noya retreat like a normal person, and then fucking Floor just goes...
Noya's POV just comes flying over. And again, she started the round at A, rotated towards B, and found and ended the round towards Garage. She is everywhere across this map right now. Just sliding
in. Oh.
Enemy remaining. Spike
Wow,
down.
timeout worked. Effie's keeps his job. Yes. I don't think it was on the line, but you know, we're just hamming it up for the camera. But now the answer back from MIBR. Can they stabilize here? You want to keep a nice lead maybe on the
I
half.
have
Keep a
seen
little
enough.
buffer for
Net
yourself.
chamber.
SRN right back to business, taking space. Gave them so much credit for this. And on the
That's
hunt, they
chaos.
succeed again. Alexis, a pivotal backline player, now removed. Sayori on the follow-up. B-side
Everyone's
looking
ulting their own
under
teammates.
that MIBR banner. Spike now going to come down. You got
Mel's
Mel,
going off
Noya, and
again,
Sarah.
just
Trying to play this back through, but Sayori is ready.
not the game we're in.
Ready for this. Sarah has to duck in the corner, trying to not be spotted here. Even the Aldrone going past, and Sarah's got to know where Sayori is. Quick clear on that. Aldrone goes in, looking for maybe SRN. Can they find them in time? Yes, they can. Okay, another target spotted. They don't know about the player on site. Jelly is still around, but SRN gets cleared. And now a 3v3.
Winnable.
Suddenly this gets a bit more possible. Keep an
Good
eye on
kill.
the time, but Jelly still does damage. Good trade for Sarah, down to a 1v2. So
Did Mel
difficult
one way?
situation. Smoke
Oh,
still
I
in
think
play.
did Mel miss
Dark
this smoke?
comes down.
This is their smoke,
It
I think.
almost feels endless at this point, and Melissa and James just have to play to the time. Very well handled.
Incredible half
Okay,
coming through
5-7.
here for MIBR, because each step of the way, this is what they were missing in map 1 and 2, being able to be heroic and actually get the round on the board. This was a different half.
Winnable this time for MIBR? Maybe? Winnable? But I do think that on attack, SR are pretty good on attack side. But we'll see. Just a straight ad this time. Straight edge. Well, I gave you edge. They're just having edge. So... No, what can we do in a minute? Travel. Papua New Guinea to India. Indonesia. That's not what I wanted to do. Malaysia. Thailand. Not the Gambia.
You get shot, you lose the
Thailand.
round, you lose the game. It's an FPS game.
Myanmar.
TMVX8.
Let's fucking go. Look at me go. Muttered Oak, thanks for the 8 months. Do the weekly challenger travel? Oh, what's this? Oh. Contexto? I'm never playing Contexto. I fucking hate Contexto. Food guesser? Oh no, I wouldn't be very good at that. Loldal? Loldal? I mean, that would actually be quite funny to see if I could get it.
Wanted a game between these two.
I think any of you who play League would be very frustrated pretty quick.
MIBR showing that fire we know they have. SRN taking space. Jelly, that 1-2 punch. Melissa, impact kills. Everything we dreamed of. Shopify found an answer, but the lead is still MIBR's.
And it looked like MIBR just flipped a switch. Those last 3 rounds, they were so aggressive. As soon as the barriers went down, they never let go of W. You can see SRN on a forward angle.
Where the fuck have they got this crowd from?
It doesn't ping anything.
More aggression from the rip here. 4 going up long. Noya quickly backs away, doesn't like what she was feeling, and it encourages lean towards C.
Noya on the lurk, wants to disrupt any sort of flood happening. This should be spiked down. On the side of Jelly, not a lot of utility. Drill already used. Rather, a ghost purchase, no fault line, and only 1 flash. No blind
lurk
either.
up B.
Soren and that Sheriff. How long for the dart? Okay, 6 seconds. Melissa can set this into motion, and a couple more. The paranoia.
Okay, they get both out. That's not great by SR.
And playing in Noya, it looks like they have an idea of the chance of it, but the timing is everything.
Great timing by Noya though. And the pinch as well. Holy shit, what a nice play. So maybe just gave up a bit too much of the map here.
Kind of a double-edged sword when you're waiting for your refreshables to come back online. Shopify were waiting for it as well. They just bide
Big
their
pistol
time.
for
Checkmate before
SR.
the execute could even come into fruition. But you've got to appreciate.
And you got the pinch coming from here too.
Noya, and it's been all tournament long. Noya with these ace in the first half and on such a huge round. On pistol.
Okay, aggressive buy here.
And you almost feel for Jubes on the other side who was
Is
checking
that the first
that.
pistol? No,
Just
they've won
gave it a
quite a few.
glance, turned away,
Kind of been
surely
like
no,
50-50 in pistols, I think.
Heartbreak. However, just classics here. Just trying to post, looks like SRN down towards A long.
Decides to back away and reload. That got me nervous. Fluorescent playing the round well, and this should just be a farm fest for her. The double peek from short A might get tricky, but this is a tough round for MIBR. You can see Melissa's trying to gain some space and create some sort of bait and switch if she can.
Noya's just gone walking.
Noya the one to kind of make the presence noted.
Oh, the drone might not.
Oh, they didn't think. Why are you standing there?
Okay, but it is just
Oh, they
classics,
did
so it's a
think.
bit more.
Okay.
I'd have loved to
Fluorescent
see
maybe didn't think. The rest of them
that,
did.
but they just kind of brute force their way
Oh,
past.
Noya just wins the round anyway.
What can you do? Noya's already got ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we complimented them for this as well? Having that ultimate so early, getting that on the board. Jelly, last one alive. Not going to do much here. Noya having a lovely run this time as well. And a lot of people complimenting her. Again, there's a lot of superstars in that SR roster, but Noya having a really solid
7-7.
Just incredible role player on the side of Shopify. Every one of them, best in slot, can't be argued at this point.
Oh, I'm so good.
True.
Jesus Christ.
I concur. I concur.
Humble. Humble God. For now, though, it's a bonus round, so we look at what can be achieved. Now, the Outlaw not going to have as much impact, right? So MIBR going to have those full shields in play, no ults to lean
give
into.
Flora a
This is
rifle.
where that can tip. This round, game on or it might be game over.
I like this call from Shopify. They've given the Outlaw over towards Noya. That tells me that they just want her to be patient. Insert her maybe outside B, maybe just holding this A line. Wants to get on a long range.
Sentinels.
Should catch this trip. That's It's an early blind and an
Get a
early
paranoia
fault
and
line.
the stun.
Shopify are happy with that. They just baited out all of the stopping power from the defenders.
Above a minute, but they're going to still pull the trigger, and actually MIBR
Oh,
just
dying as
mop
well,
it
not
up all the
ideal.
way through. SR, that felt a little out of sync. They kind of got what they needed. I don't know what the desperation was to try and stick towards that B site then, but for MIBR, you'll take it with both hands. You'll think, oh my god, you know, we're actually in for
They
this
might
one.
have rushed into this a bit. I think once
Sarah
you
and Alexis,
kind of got out this
so
bit of
much work to do.
utility, maybe they were thinking, oh,
pretty
we've got rid
early
of
on, at least
flash
with
and
Sarah.
stun, we can just go now. But
this should be trying to be
it felt a little, little bit obvious, right? Of like, this is the only place you can exit right now.
Definitely need these guns for the next.
You know, because we know you've kind of retreated from this. You haven't destroyed the cam.
Together, all
We know that you're not on A.
decent crossfire here.
One enemy remaining.
This is nice. This is very well
clean by
handled.
MIBR.
MIBR there got kind of drawn into using a lot of that util, but then still managed to hold that B side very well.
Yeah, it was just too many bodies in that area, and I think for Shopify, they've got to be talking to each other about that utility came from really close by. The fault line was right in their face, as was the blind, so those agent infos should have come through, but the pounce factor, it was a bonus, so for Shopify, they just wanted to get into the faces of MIBR and try to use that RNG into their favor. Doesn't come out on top, but Noya still with that ult in her back pocket. She wants to stay grouped with the team in case they get a pick here, long C.
Lead kept for MIBR. Early presence, big pressure
Slow
to...
down,
No, they
it's so
are not.
fast.
They are right to the back of the site. They clear it out, and MIBR
Full
evacuate. They
retake.
don't want to stick around on that. No pre-take in sight here.
Mel still has blind in her back pocket as well. Gonna be able to slow down any sort of retake coming through here for MIBR.
They're playing for spam.
Just gonna insert fluorescent. We saw this on Sunset. We're going back to the spam game.
But they know.
MIBR,
They
still
shouldn't have to use
clear
that much.
Every angle though.
The floor scares the life out of me. And an angle like this
Oh,
does eventually
headshot.
get cleared.
Still, it's pretty good
Beautifully
for spam.
done. Juice takes a bit of damage, but that's fine. 4v4, but the post plan is where it gets tricky, right? This is where you got those deeper angles. Paranoia going a million miles away.
It's on.
She's no one's
sticking.
spamming.
She's
no
just
one
sticking.
is spamming. That is a defuse right under their noses.
Welcome to
MIBR
Haven C. This is
making it
not
up
Sunset
tonight.
B.
I think for Shopify, they really put full faith into the drone from Sarah. You saw it going high as it could, but that smoke kind of blocked that line from Sarah. Not
Timeout.
sure if that was a
Timeout.
lack of communication
SR.
or there was just too much going on, but MIBR able to do just enough.
Yeah, live to
Maybe
fight
the pressure
another
getting to
round.
SR a little bit
Timeout
now
could
that
be
it's within
Shopify's,
reach.
It looks like. These last two rounds.
Again, I just think like that's the thing. Haven C spam just isn't the same, right? Like it's a very narrow channel that you can spam down. You know, there isn't that much room, and it's a pretty far distance, right? Not that it doesn't work, or you know, it does work, but you know, it's not as reliable as say a like it's not as reliable as Sunset, because on Sunset you're just that much closer to the spike, right? So you're just more likely to hit. And it's not as reliable as Pearl either, because on Pearl you've just got so much space to be in that it's difficult for them to kind of spam back at you. You know, it kind of is an impossible task for them to kind of get back at you and spam, because, you know, there's just such a big area. Their util probably isn't going to hit you. This Haven's just a bit different. Not that it doesn't work sometimes, but it is more risky, I would say, in general. Okay, we're still going to get a buy here.
Scoreboard, and this is the first time they're able to take those kind of confident steps.
Yeah,
through
also it
this.
probably is a
We're
bit
starting to see
easier
them
if you
maybe
plant here.
find their footing.
4 members from the defenders. They're reading correctly here. They want to
It's going
fight.
to be a big battle.
Love that. Let's have a brawl. Let's see who wins this. Floor melts straight through sewer, and they find a victim lit up like a Christmas tree, but they still stay alive. It's Floor to double back. Gets a kill,
SRN
but
gets
now
two,
bailed
though.
out by SRN. Puts their life on the line. Dives through long. Jelly now holding the push up from sewer. But look who's closing in. Look who's closing the gap. Floor on the hunt, prowling forward, finding SRN. They know that Jelly was here. They still know there's another player. They're still coming up this way. Shopify working closer. Still got the owl drone tubes. Desperate. They was hoping.
You know the breach is here somewhere.
Have been around, and Jelly with it all to do. Can
Okay,
only
big
take
win for
down
SR.
one.
Big
Good
crazy
response,
fight.
but a brutal battle there.
Oh, I saw the vision. I saw Sayuri tucking, or rather Jelly, and getting that second. That would have been incredible. What an answer coming out here for MIBR, but Shopify are just so much faster there. I mean, the ground that Mel got, she started the round by TPing forward, which allowed her to really capitalize off of Alexis's stun, completely catching MIBR off guard. They were almost ever able to recover there.
Okay, we got the up for SRN.
So much pushing down
that long A.
Yes, amazing. Now with maybe the operator in hand, this could be another, you know, and another opportunity, another chance. Let's see. One away from the knives.
They destroy this trip on B straight away.
This is such a precarious
They do
round.
what Mel did.
On the knife's edge here. Sayuri onside, Jelly now noted back aside, and Sayuri waits. The patience could be everything. It is! Sayuri rewarded with 2, waited, and then she strikes. Oh my god. Barely making her way here. MIBR.
Okay, SR, slow it down. Chill. I mean, it's a nice goal by MIBR.
That Mel provided her to perfection, dancing, bobbing in and out of it.
Playing around the smoke there.
Get rewarded. I think it was Jelly actually also in the back lines that bought her all that time as well. Fluorescent gonna be walking away wondering how she wasn't able to convert that second one after such a beautiful entry for herself, but MIBR with a 1-3-1 start. Both two rounds in a row now. MIBR
go for kind of a force here.
Off the barriers. They were
feels a little uncertain. We're now just going for a fast zigzag against an off.
With that operator.
Yeah, Jet with an up or a Neon with a Bucky. Let's find out. So far, it's SRN with their name up in lights. Floor on the hunt, finds their target, finds a second, finally put down. Sayuri still keeps control of CT, but Shopify have the site. They have that C site, they have that plant, and a quick ult from Jelly, and they're on pre-take at this point, and they push forward. Sayuri gets denied though. Mel still have control of back of site. They still held their ground here. Jelly and Melissa are going to be gutted about this one. Plant's going to come in regardless. Mel just needs to buy them time. Sarah.
Wow.
Beautiful.
What a round by Floor.
And she had the drone in her back pocket, ready there all along, but trusting her rifle, trusting her aim. Just 3-2-1 peeking off that one, and what an entry coming through here for Floor. SRN, I thought she was perfectly set up for that movie. She got that clean opening with that operator, but Fluorescent hot on her heels, demanding that trade.
They want to just send it seems.
Power of Neon coming through. Alexis has that ultimate. You know Shopify are going to bust out their set piece.
SRN right down middle though. Yeah. I like this. SRN is going right down middle, finds Alexis and gets out of danger. Doesn't need to stick around too long. It looks like, Shopify wanted to trade that. Not going to get what you want though. They take over long as their response, right? They've taken a site here. Floor's got so much space.
She's just in the site, telling
but
her
you've
team,
lost
hey,
your
I'm
breach
here.
ult.
Got it. Let's get the spike down.
Come on.
So 5v4, not amazing weapons for everyone here on MIBR, but it's going to be a pre-take.
Sound cue comes through.
It's going to be massive. And actually go a little, I feel like maybe early on that one. Yeah, catching the spike on the cross. It's Sayuri to, oh my god, Floor! No way! Floor just dives in towards CT, still desperate to keep this in close touching distance, but now down to just the Sheriffs. Maybe an upgrade or two.
You saw both. You've seen both there.
But the spike's still not in hand. Brought back in by Sarah. Plant now in play. Jube's trying.
Nice dart though.
Desperate, but look who's just defending.
Jesus
the line.
Christ.
Not
Man, these rounds.
This time. We're tied up at 10 apiece.
Shopify handled that round so well. The pause, just biding their time, making MIBR be the first to make a move. And we got to talk about that early flood on, that pre-take you talked about, Lauren, because it's best if you wait until one of the members is occupied planting the spike, get that man advantage, then send it a little bit early, and Shopify, they were ready
Okay,
for
timeout
it all
MIBR.
along.
I think this is a half-decent timeout for SR though as well. Like, you know, they've been playing these rounds so quick. They've been very chaotic, you know, but this is a big round here for MIBR. Kind of must win. Money's low. 10-10. Crazy crucial round. They still have that breach ult though with Alexis. Floor stepping up. Just to see if they keep with the pace. When will I be on stage? I hear my name so many times today. I don't know. I don't know. When will Floritus be on stage?
Assist Jubes, so Jubes is all on an island on the defense this time around. All members of Shopify very much grouped here, wanting to take advantage of Alexis's ult.
Not famous enough? I believe we can make Floritus famous enough.
They head this way, and they play forward. They actively choose to smoke, and you can see why.
And they get Mel as well. That's massive. Go heaven with you.
Becomes so much harder to take.
Noya's found a lot of ground though.
NGL, I think Floor is good enough for T1 mechanically. Her decision making is just kinda ass and she overheats way too much. Being so much better than everyone in GC has probably built up some bad habits / mentality.
In play here. Gonna hear the tap on the spike soon. Pixel almost. SRN down to 5 HP. That's
no smokes though, still tough.
Careful. Those shock darts suddenly become so deadly. Waiting for this retake now. Smoke gonna go in. Alexis noted, SRN deleted. They're starting to fall here. Down to 4 players. They got to make their move back through.
Dart, but Sarah.
But Sarah, unperturbed, unmoving.
Noya out the smoke.
Still holding. And it's on floor. Alexis and Noya just to keep them back, which they're
And
doing.
they win it from what just shouldn't have been a win. Maybe SRN again, just kind of same thing that happened to Floor in the first round, right? Like, you're not in a bad spot. Like, trust the team. You don't have to go and win the round.
And that's painful. That's painful if you're MIBR.
Yeah, they shouldn't have won that round. That was
on the side of the Brazilians, completely broke going into round 21, and Shopify Rebellion, they're able to just pull through. They were down 4 versus 5. Yeah. SRN just became a hero in that round, exactly what MIBR needed, but the response, the answers coming through for Shopify.
They're staring down the barrel of a gun here. Look at the buy, you were saying it. SRN, the heroics, not enough here, not enough. But a rifle in their hands maybe could tip the scales.
An eco as well.
Couple of sheriffs
gonna go running it down with SRN.
Touching distance for Shopify to get to that 12th round. And SRN once again playing it forward. Trying to be the instigator. Be the one to make the difference.
So aggressive. I don't know if SRN's gonna even slow down. She decides to tuck. But not enough information from her teammates to push any further.
Oh, that's the gun.
Makes it so challenging. SRN decides to peek on a timing, but Fluorescent is just so ready for it.
The moments that matter. Floor the one to win those fights. Policing the weapon too, putting it away. Making sure no matter what happens, that does not fall back in their hands. And now we're looking at what's left. Sheriffs and a Bucky. Difficult. Incredibly difficult. And Melissa getting curious. You know what?
Did she see her? She
I think so. Floor now striding in, takes away Melissa. And once again, rinse and repeat. Sight is theirs, and this time it's simpler than ever.
Fluorescent has been such a nuisance forward here. Not giving away too much, but just doing enough to keep the defenders at bay. So much utility is having to be just congregated in this area only because of Floor. All 3 members coming out of heaven this time.
A little Hail Mary play, and it's not going all that well.
Well, Shopify 2 chances to win it.
Up to 12. 1 round away.
And it's gotta feel good, Lauren, if you're Fluorescent. If you turn around and you see all 3 members avoiding you, dodging your lane and going the other way, that's a huge ego stroke for Fluorescent.
I mean, Floor's been putting their ambitions to rest the whole game through. 23-14, barely died in map 1. I mean, their performance has been otherworldly. However, we focus on this round. It could be over for MIBR, a glimpse of glory, but
here we go.
Put away in a second. And Shopify off to a pacey start.
It's a little set play.
So much information. The trip is different though. Luckily for her, she decides to go through window. Early blind from Mel. The dart.
Oh my god.
Just
Jelly, okay.
To shreds, 2 big kills, but
3v3.
they're not out of it yet. MIBR, 3 players, desperate. Oh my god! Oh my god! Has to dodge. Jelly almost went down on that. And in the post plant,
playing for spam, but you don't have a smoke.
And Jelly, the 2 headliners for MIBR, still alive. Posted on duty is Noya, operator locked in, and Melissa still there as well. Smoke towards long. We need a tap on that spike. We need something. Neuer forced off the angle. A couple of shots back and forth. The double swing. SRN not willing to let go of this. Not willing to
Yeah, these C postmans.
Keeping hope alive for MIBR.
I know they're like spam, but
2 times now where Shopify
guys,
are
it's a 3v3. No one has smokes. Like, I know you got an
them having such a dominant sunset is not coming through here. MIBR respond well, and the aggression from SRN. I love the fact that she's pushing and walking down. The combo of the flash dart together gives her these 2 kills.
Lifeline. A lifeline for MIBR. After 4 rounds back to back, they break the trend
SRN.
just when it matters.
With an
all for naught. It's OT or it's GG, and we dive into it. Floor's got ult, Sarah's got ult. On the other side, 1 away for SRN. Tipu Sayori dupes as well, and it looks all in. It looks direct. It looks like it's just straight towards that C site.
Oh, they held the backside though.
Waiting for that dart, and that blind lands from Mel.
And look at this, they line up.
Oh my god.
Never knowing defeat, pushing forward, pops the ult. You're gonna really secure this victory with an ace. If it was anyone else, I might doubt it, but Fluorescent is one of the
Go and end it with an ace.
1 more kill. Shopify
Come on.
On the verge now.
Get the ace.
Moments away. As Melissa has to face the music to take that walk.
Gonna die for her.
Oh!
Melissa still powers forward, but time is ticking. And 3 more to go. Shopify looking to secure. And Neuer, the final blow there. Nothing in this world would have kept Mel from that stage this time. Shoulder to shoulder with her side, securing their back-to-back win.
And what a way to end this entire series, this grand finals. It's Floor to just put her team on her back there, get 4 kills, 4 clean.
Beautiful.
And CN with 10 gifted. Thank you, CN.
Why this team has been so dominant and why Fluorescent is in the conversations of everyone this whole week.
Floor's name is the hottest prospect talked in Valorant, and you can see why. But it's a team game, and this time, as said, they are standing together here. This meant the world to them. And on the other side for MIBR, of course, it's heartbreak, but still, this is experience.
And Smee with 5 gifted.
And Shopify stake their claim.
Wow.
My word.
Look at this, a convert.
It feels like a real pleasure to be able to witness this happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you've got to feel for MIBR as well. What an incredible showing. First time on the international stage, just besting Liquid over in Brazil, surprising everyone.
A threat.
And having such a dominant showing here all week long. SRN has been a superstar in the making. Sayuri, an incredible IGL. The amount of assists that this player has been showing, it's been just such a treat.
Absolute violent delights here, Christine. But really, the moment is now all theirs.
Berlin, put your hands together for your first back-to-back Game Changers champions. It's Shopify Rebellion!
Floor just like. And MQXF with 5 gifted as well.
Even in just a 3-mapper, it shows how strong this Shopify team is. A cut above above the rest.
Really, truly, it really is. I mean, we already talked about the fact that Effie's didn't even have to use a pause until the very last moment in that third map. Such strong prep, such strong teamwork coming through, really showcasing all the work this team has put in all year long. And you love to see it when a team is able to showcase all of it, look clean as hell, and look damn good in the server. You gotta feel so good lifting that trophy right now.
Now that is literal blood, sweat, and tears, as we've seen from last time in Brazil before. Unable to stand shoulder
Sigma,
to shoulder
what is
this
that?
time, all together, everyone on that stage. The reward itself, just making it this far, could look so damn strong. I said that cut above the rest. Maybe a couple other teams gave them a little bit of a challenge, but they didn't even get pushed out of map 3 here in a best of 5.
Yeah, exactly. And you know,
How many kills did Floor finish on?
More about the support cast here. Fluorescent is so easy to talk about. She is an absolute star, but Noya has been an incredible
74.
I mean,
Pretty
I
good
was
over
blown
3
away by
maps, I'd
Amy
say.
earlier on from Same too, but Noya just showcasing I can do a little bit better.
Can I
Let me
change
show
my
you some
SME
of the
VIP to
other
Waffles
competitor.
Permaban?
Yeah, this has been
Canada Man Gaming.
here, right? When you even look at
It just said it gifted a sub, but did you? How's it come up there?
every time you look at the play, and here's noise one.
Right. And Andy has become a member. There's a snake in my boot.
Have a chair. I have a chair.
Oh, it's a membership on YouTube from Canada Man. I see. There is one thing we need to do. Tropical, who I think got timed out. Tropical's MIBR. Goodbye. And that just leaves Kid's Shopify Rebellion. So Kid, I'm going to ask you right now.
Something special indeed.
This is your final answer. What do you want to do?
Another multi-kill for her. And Sarah?
So good. Jesus Christ.
Amazing.
This is Kid's second win, not just SR's second win. Also Kid's second win.
Excited to see this team in action. See how they grow, how they change, how they get stronger.
Now,
who
Kid,
the
for those of you who don't know how this works, normally you would win VIP. Normally you would win VIP, but because Kid is already a VIP, Kid gets to take away or give someone's VIP, and it looks like he's giving VIP to Smee. Who, yeah, Kid's Dynasty. What was the first one you won, Kid?
With your champions, Shopify
Everyone's
Rebellion.
favorite man,
First,
Leo
joining
Farry.
us from Riot Games, I would like to invite the global
So
head of
Smee,
Valorant
how many
Esports,
Ys
Leo
is it?
Farry, to
4?
congratulate our team.
I will make you
Leo will also be back
I will
in
make
just
you
a
a
moment
thing
to
after
present
this.
the MVP award
Sen
as well.
in
Make sure you
Madrid.
guys at home stayed tuned and stick around for that. But for now, congratulations to all of you. That was an incredible final. We are so proud to see you guys do it back to back. Now I have to come to you first, Mel, because this is actually the first time you managed to touch the trophy and lift it on stage with your teammates. I know
Kid
last
loves
year when
NA.
you won, you had a lot of
Yeah, a little
emotions.
NA
and
wannabe.
you spoke about how it just didn't feel the same to not be with your team to celebrate.
Don't VIP
So talk
Smee,
to me
she's a
about
Sliggy
how
viewer, but this is
sweet
how we get
that
them
moment was.
over. You know, if you're a
Honestly, it felt
VIP
amazing. I
here,
think the best part was actually not even just
then you
lifting the
kind of have to
trophy,
be in
but
this
being
chat.
able to
Also,
hug my
she
teammates
did
after we
gift
win and just hug
5
everyone,
just, so.
like, down to the tears. Like,
Look, how
I
did
think
most
that
of
was
you
the most
become
important
mods?
part for me, 'cause it
Hey,
was so
hey kid,
lonely and
ain't me
isolating
too?
last
How did you
year.
become mods?
I mean, again, it was just such a heartbreaking moment too, but it didn't feel any heartbreak for you on stage today, right? It was all joy.
Carlos, you would get banned in Sliggy's chat in the first 2 minutes.
the best we could have asked for today.
I think one of the biggest things we talk about when it comes to your team, and especially from you two, is the importance of discipline and hard work. So how does it feel to know that all the ups and downs, all of the sweat and tears and hard work you put in has now led to the establishment of a dynasty?
It's insane to think about. Like, obviously, you can't really control whether you win, but we have worked our asses off the past few
I was watching you
months.
when you had like 30
this guy
views.
right here working us like a dog day and night every single day.
Fair enough, Amy too. So was Kid. Kid was here from the start.
On to Noya. Trophy looks great on you, by the way. Looks absolutely.
But it was mainly this.
Here's the thing, Noya. For those people that don't know, you know, maybe there was a bit of a risk for you when you decided to move regions back in 2022 to go from Rix GG all the way to Exet. And it feels like, looking back, that's such a historical moment in our game. Who knows what would have happened if you didn't take that risk? So looking back, how much have you grown, do you think, as a player since making that decision at such a young age?
I mean, it was a huge risk for me, and like I was so young, and I don't know how my parents just let me do that, but I
am
thank you for
totally
that.
not on both leaderboards.
I think
also, I was here from the start. I just only subbed when I got money.
That's fair enough. Do I get VIP? I have. Yes, me. You'll get VIP. I have to do it after the stream. Tim4579.
Look up to you and aspire to you. It is okay to take those risks. It does work out.
Thanks for the prime.
Told me all the time, just go follow your dream. It's okay if it doesn't work out. You can always come back home.
Amen. Love that. Love that. Alexis, I'm going to come to you because I'm sure you know this, but this is you and Mel's 15.
Skadoosh, thanks for the 10 months.
15.
Who is the MVP of GCC?
Some players don't even play in 15 tournaments. I don't think you can have a conversation about the legends of this game without mentioning the two of you. So I wanted to ask you, what is
Who's the MVP? I mean, it has to be Flo.
To get to this point,
and Bova with 26. Not even a message from Bova.
But it really is just the hard work and discipline,
just nothing.
And just having like insane teammates to back us up. Me and Mel, when we joined version 1, we didn't know what was going to happen, but we couldn't have picked a better group of people to team with. They're all amazing.
And in those moments, you know, perhaps you do feel like giving up. Perhaps you do feel like there's things that just aren't working. What do you do to keep motivated?
You are a Nepo high as the rest
winning,
yeah.
I guess.
I just think to myself
What, do you
that
know,
I have to do
kid?
it for the team. It's not about me. I just have to do it for the team. Even if we lose, so be it. But I have to do my best, and that's all I can do.
You win together, you lose together. I love
I'm tired,
that.
couldn't think of anything funny.
Of doing it for the team, I think
is there a max limit of VIP on the channel? There is actually, yes, Warlord. I'm still miles off it. It's like 100 people or something. I think I'm on like
the impact
30.
you bring to this game cannot be
like in terms of like mods
you could choose out of all the
and VIPs and editors, although I don't have any
like
editors, but you can only have 100 people.
50
What's on Saquon Beckett's hurdle? Oh, he was insane. It's like watching Flora in those last rounds.
It's real.
And do you feel
real.
Okay? And do you feel like there is something that other people can do to kind of be flexible and level up their game, not just in the fragging department, but being a good teammate, getting the assists, all the util? What it is that they have to do to get to that level?
Probably don't play ranked. Probably go watch VODs.
Watch VODs. Your VODs?
Maybe one day.
Yes.
Maybe
yes.
one day.
Watch her VODs. Watch her VODs. Now, Fluorescent, back to back. Yes, come on, back to back. Here's the thing, Floor, I know you are, you know, you're cold in the veins. You don't really care when it comes to being recognized, you know, the accolades and all that. You just love this game. But last year, you were the best Jet player in this entire tournament in the scene. This year, you're the best Neon player. The meta changes, you know, everything else changes, but you do not change. You continue to dominate. So I wanted to ask you, what is it about this game that makes you want to be the best, that makes you grind?
I don't know. I just like competing. I like playing tournaments. I like my teammates. So, and my coach. My coach is nice.
He made it. He made it. When it comes to competing, what it is you love the most about competing on this stage?
Winning, probably.
So easy for you, so easy for you. And of course, I think even before today, everyone already said you're the GOAT. I think after today, undisputed, you are the GOAT. For those people that look up to you, can you give some advice on how to become the GOAT? How do they be able to find an opportunity to stand in your shoes one day?
I think Sarah said it perfectly. You got to play 50 ranked games a day.
There we go. we got two of them saying it now, so it must be true. And lastly, Coach Effie's. Now, for people that don't know this about Effie's, your first global event was back in 2021 at Masters Iceland as a player. You faced some legends already as a player back then, but I'm sure that there were a lot of, I guess, opportunities and maybe a little bit of regret that you wanted to fulfill. But I think you made up for, as a coach, right? As probably the best coach in this game. So did you ever think that you were going to be a legend as a coach back in Iceland in 2021?
Well, I would definitely not say legend, but I did have confidence going as a coach that I was going to be impactful, yes.
And of course, we heard from all your players, you know, they look up to you. They have so much to say about how you've helped them. How proud are you right now in this moment of your players?
I'm honestly incredibly proud, not just now, but the entire past 3 months. I think everybody just gone on every day, played like between 8 and 12 hours and did not complain at all. So yeah, right now I'm proud, but I've just been proud for the win or lose. I would have been proud regardless.
And lastly, I guess for all of you, how does it feel to have the title back-to-back champs winners? I mean, it's never happened before. Who knows if it's ever going to happen again? So feel free, any of you, to answer. How does that feel?
Yippee. Yippee is right.
Yippee? 6 yippies?
6 yippies and a great.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And lastly, before we head to the MVP, is there anything that you guys would like to say to the people that supported you and to the fans at home?
I want to say thank you all for anyone that supported us at all in the past like 2 years. It's meant the world to us. It really does motivate us a lot. And I also want to say it is my partner's birthday today. Roy, I love you, baby. Woo! Thank you for supporting me.
Happy birthday, Roy. Also, I want to say shout out to like some people that work in the background that we don't really see, like Laika, our manager, who literally went in the river in Berlin to just grab Sarah's phone, and then just amazing work for us.
They all just start saying happy birthday, Roy.
Like giving us everything we need, and I think they don't get enough praises.
Amen. Anyone else? All right, we're good. Thank you very much. Congratulations congratulations again. One more time, Berlin. Your champions, back-to-back champions, Shopify Rebellion.
And there it is. What now? Hello? Oh.
And Shopify Rebellion are your Game Changers Championship winners for this year.
Everyone say happy birthday to Roy. Happy birthday, Roy. Smee, I'll give you VIP. It's been another tournament here on the TMV channel. Many more to come, hopefully. Unless I get cancelled for talking about religion midway through games. Anyway. Next up for TMB, hopefully we will be watching a little bit of Red Bull Homeground. So that's only in a couple days. So keep your eye out for that. And then after that, we should be watching the Valorant Radiant Asia Invitational. Got some good teams in it. Some teams you might recognize some of these teams. We'll be watching this as well, which again doesn't start too late. So the GE face-off, I don't think I'll be doing. Sorry. Oh, it's literally just GE versus the whole thing. I didn't realize this. What, they just play one game a day at 8:30 in the morning? Bro, it's in I didn't even realize that. It's not even really a tournament. It's just a... Yeah, but it's a best of 3. Yeah, they're just broadcasting scrims. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I don't really give a shit. Even if it's Elevate. Look, if they play something interesting, I'll make a video about it. How about that? How about that? How about that? Okay, so streams coming soon as well. So, you know, you'll see me in a couple days probably. But yeah, that's going to be... When does Masters start? Tier 1 starts probably late Jan, is my guess. But I don't know just yet. But yes, thank you all. I will see you in a couple days if you would like. And have a nice day, everyone. Stay for the MVP award. I'm going to tell you right now, it's Floor. Are you ready?
Welcome to the first ever Game Changers Championship MVP award. We've had a year of competition in 6
Are you ready?
Regions.
I'm gonna say it's Floor. Are you ready for this?
It's Shopify Rebellion.
And then they're gonna probably make Floor do another awkward interview.
But that's not the only accolade one of their players will be getting, and I'm thankful to be joined by Leo Faria from Riot Games to present this award.
The boss.
So look, we are incredibly inspired.
The boss.
The passion, the hard work, and the level of talent in this year's Game Changers Championship. To see these players taking up the stage,
we get it,
showing
Leo.
the world what they're capable of.
We get it, son.
The MVP award is about celebrating the one player who rose above.
We know what an MVP
else.
is.
And it is my honor to present the 2024 Game Changers Championship MVP.
Oh!
Who received 100% of the votes.
Oh!
Fluorescent.
Yeah! What?
Congratulations, Fleur. Why don't you grab that microphone for me?
Okay, you get the idea.
Whenever you're playing Valorant,
Floor's good.
I'm watching you play. It just looks effortless. You're going out there, you're dominating every server you've seemingly ever been in. What about you makes you so good? What makes Fluorescent fluorescent?
I play like all day, every day. I
grind?
have no life. I'm a bum. I just sit in my room, play Valorant, get some DoorDash, play Valorant some more.
Hey, well, it's got you this MVP bracelet.
I'm happy. It looks nice.
It does. Floor, in the short 2 years that you've been a Science Pro in Valorant, you've done a lot. You've won every global event you've gone to. You've won a number of trophies back in NA. But before you were that, Floor, I remember talking to the shy girl in Alberta, grinding ranked every day on exit lag with 70 ping. When you look back, do you think that she ever would have seen you here?
No, definitely not. I'm like no life Valorant all day. I thought I'd just play ranked for the rest of my life. So this is pretty nice.
Well, that must be amazing then. To get to be here and now have this as well. Floor, like I said, you've done it all. You've won every trophy you could possibly win. You've won this bracelet as well. And I think there's only one question left to ask. What's next for Fluorescent?
Probably just like play against better competition in the future, hopefully. Or just go like, I don't know, I just want to play against like the best of the best always. Because it's the most fun.
Okay, okay. Would that mean playing outside Game Changers?
Yeah.
That's the goal?
Yeah.
What's your dream in Valorant?
I don't know, probably just like go to champs and go to a bunch of events and meet a bunch of cool people.
Well, I hope to see you there. Floor, thank you so much. Congratulations. Berlin, give it up one more time for your Game Changers Championship. Most valuable player, Fluorescent.
Okay. Goodbye. That's me. That's the stream. That's the day. Have a nice day. And good night. MVP. MVP.